My laptop, it should pop up here. Yep, there we go. There we go. Perfect.
Yay.
All right, so do you want to start this off, like I said before, about how I completed the challenge?
Oh, Jesus. Right. So you're going to go dirty already
Yeah.
to start, like
Yeah.
always?
Yeah. Well, of course, I gotta start off right.
Fair enough. You want to slide down this way just a little bit more? It'll get you
Yeah.
on camera better.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just do a quick sound check. If Bill can just talk and
I didn't realize webcams don't have a fucking zoom.
some do, some don't. It just depends. That's the table. That's there we go. Yeah, this chair sucks, man.
Yeah, I'm working on getting new ones.
There.
We can switch chairs if you want.
No,
You sit in this one.
no, you're good, man. This is no, absolutely not.
I need a guest.
Yeah, that's why I get the guest.
Some do, some don't.
This is the guest throne.
That's the table. That was.
Yeah, I had to put an extra cushion in it because if you sit on the cushion below it, you're like the 6 inches long.
Well, at least you're not like sitting on the spring. That's pretty terrible too.
So I've had that chair for like 10 years.
All right.
As long as I've been here.
Good down.
It's so bad.
He used to use it for his game chair in his bedroom.
No, that's my gaming chair.
That's much nicer upgrade.
No, it's actually very
thing,
uncomfortable.
This thing is so much worse than that chair.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I have something similar to it, but
dude, after 2 hours of a podcast, my ass cheeks hurt so bad.
Now, come on.
I am getting used to it.
Now, how do you feel?
Perfect. I can see Sean in the.
Now, how do you feel after all day of gaming with me?
I feel I'll see the chat there.
Well, we only had like 4 viewers for the Try Not to Laugh challenge.
Oh yeah, and if you needed to bring a Baja Blast,
we got a
yes. Oh, I have a 20 ounce over there, so I'm actually all right. There were 2 for $4 over maybe. So I was like, hey, by all means. If you open that door, you'll see a fucking fridge just. So I was gonna pick up a 6-pack of the Broken Skull beers.
Might as well grab.
And I stop over at Fusion Market, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Our IP's over there. I'm like,
they used to have it.
They don't have it anymore. FYI. FYI.
I would have drank one of those.
FYI. If you're looking for it, they don't have it anymore. Unfortunately.
Fuck, dude.
That's the only place I knew that had it.
I would have drank one of those. A Broken Skull IPA?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They had the lager, too.
No shit.
I've had both of them from there. So that's why I was like, oh, cool. I'll stop and grab some real quick.
I would have drank one.
And I was looking around like, he's like, all the craft beers are there. I'm like, do you have this specific one? I was like, I don't know. All the beers are. I'm like, dude, really? Like, you and I both are speaking English. You have to understand what I'm talking about.
Was it Paresh? Probably fucking English. Really good English.
I was actually about to say something with him. Like, okay, we'll keep it on the semi-PCC scale here.
So what has it been? It's been since Raw in Albany, hasn't it?
Has it been that long? Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, that was the last time I saw you.
Fucking God,
that was
dude.
3 years ago.
No, that was we all had dinner together last year.
Yeah. No.
Jesus Christ.
At the Arena Bar and Grill.
And
there was fucking amazing.
It actually was pretty good. And it's just crazy how many shows I've been to since that point now.
How many have you been to since then?
So that was.
Oh, you went to Ron.
So
Syracuse, didn't you?
No. I went to. Well, no, I guess since that point, I've only been to the past Raw in Albany this past December. Since that point.
Oh, yeah, because you texted me a couple months before that and you asked me if I think that was it. Yeah.
That was the last time they were actually around. So
yeah,
and then obviously this weekend, and then we're going to SmackDown. And
we're going to SmackDown.
So excited.
It's funny. We got back from Mania, and I sat there for a second with no voice and kind of whispered to my sister, and I was like, "Could you fucking believe we have one more fucking show to go next month?" And she goes, yeah. Like, straight up simple, just said, yeah.
She's just getting sicker.
No. Dude, the weekend, I can't even begin to describe the weekend. Like, how do you describe probably the biggest high you could ever be on.
Oh, I can.
Like, in all honesty, how can you describe the biggest high you could ever be on? And when you're surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people that are been there for the same reason that you are. And all you're doing is you're talking about wrestling with wrestling fans. And that's all you're doing. Like, that's all I talked about for 5 fucking days straight was fucking pro wrestling. And I learned stuff I didn't even know because, again, you call me a Mark or Stan, whatever you want to call me. I'm straight up WWE 100%. I don't watch any of the other shit.
No. AEW
I will admit, I tuned in to AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
I had to figure out what the hype was. I know backstories and stuff. And dude, that might have been the worst episode of television I've ever watched in my entire fucking life.
There have been the misfits.
I would rather go watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy than watch that shit ever fucking again.
I would rather watch a fucking episode of ER.
And you know what? I had much respect for Will Ospreay because I thought he was an awesome wrestler.
Yeah.
And after hearing that fucking promo that he got, dude,
did you see Tony Schiavone?
Did you see
Renee
Paquette?
They're like,
Renee Paquette's like, dude, I cannot believe you're saying this right now. Do you not know what Triple H just fucking did this past weekend and you're going at him now? Dude, suck a dick.
I really enjoyed Will Ospreay's matches until that promo, and I was like,
that's what I'm saying. I thought he always had good matches. I never heard him on the mic. So after I heard that, I was like, yeah, you turned me off.
He's fucking autistic.
Fine.
Whatever. So you'd rather watch Jake Paul go 3 seconds with Mike Tyson than...
I would rather watch Jake Paul go 3 seconds with Mike Tyson than watch Will Ospreay again.
The living piss out of him.
Dude, that's gonna be
I would like nothing more than... You know what? I don't care for Logan Paul, but Jake Paul, he is about 100 times worse than Logan Paul is.
Oh, yeah.
And at least I can be entertained by Logan Paul.
Actually, Logan Paul does really good heel work.
I to admit that.
He does. I hate to admit it sitting here.
Oh, he's such a piece of shit, but my God.
But he can wrestle.
Dude, he can go. He can go. He's bad on the mic, though. He's kind of like a Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Very much like Ronda Rousey on the mic. And you think he'd be better at being because he's a fucking talker for
But the thing is, he's never learned how to be.
Oh, there's a garbage bag right next to you.
Yeah, better.
I got smart and finally hung one up.
All right. All right. Let's get into this.
Here we go.
So I'll just start it off like we normally do and
send it up.
So remember that challenge I told you about last week with the melatonin and the Viagra?
Yeah, I lost.
I beat it.
Oh, you sick.
2 seconds is all it took me. Was 2 seconds.
It only took you 2 seconds with Viagra?
Yep.
You sick, man.
I was here.
I'm sick.
You were there, man?
Yeah,
God.
I was here.
How scarred were you?
Super scarred. You can only imagine.
You should never hear your relatives, especially your father, be talking about that shit. That's not. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 17th episode of the podcast. As you know, I'm Cody.
I'm Richard.
And we have 2 guests here today. Finally. More guests, finally.
Yeah.
Back is...
One is Junior. And the other is one of my closest and personal best friends. We've gone to many live wrestling shows together. We've worked together. We've been friends, 8, 10 years now almost?
Something like that.
My good friend, Mr. Sean Bogman.
What's up?
He is fresh back to New York from WrestleMania. Pretty much WrestleMania week. He was fucking there in person. And guess what? It is going to be story time with Mr. Sean, baby, here soon.
We got plenty of content for this freaking podcast.
Oh, we got lots.
It's going to be a good one today, I believe.
It's going to be full of fucking dope smoke and wrestling talk today.
Your favorite kind of day going on. There you go.
I've been waiting for this day for since we set it up. I have been fucking waiting. I haven't gotten to see my boy here since we went to Monday Night Raw in Albany last year because we're busy. I mean, you pretty much run your store now, don't you?
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. I run my store and we're just busy.
That's a lot more responsibilities. It's a lot different than Wait, Dave, good old Decimals, I can tell you
Oh, I
that.
know, dude.
Oh,
We're
God.
so far away
I've
from
heard
that
I've heard
now.
stories about that. We had good times, but
No, there were some bad fucking times too.
I'll tell you right now, my last day, I have never wanted to knock the fuck out of someone as much as I wanted to at Andrew Quinn. But you know what? I digress. I have seen him recently. We've talked. We've hashed it out. He's a great dude.
I love Andrew.
Much respect to Andrew Quinn, 100%. And regardless of those times, I still love the guy. So you know what?
He's always treated me great. So.
And that's what I'm saying. He's always
Look what came out of our times with Despos.
and that's the thing. We have a lot of good friendships and a lot of good memories to at least rehash from that. So
we're missing his Tan now.
I know.
We would not know this great man if it wasn't for sports.
That's a fact.
Great's a little.
That is a fact. I didn't even know Shaun was a wrestling fan until 2 weeks after working together.
I don't know how that came out.
And then we were like instant fucking best friends.
There you go. I don't remember how that came about either.
We were watching SmackDown in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. I was like, oh shit.
Or was it Raw?
Either one.
I don't know. When I'd watch wrestling when Corey wasn't there.
Yeah, I remember that.
remember the Greatest Royal Rumble? I paid him like $50 to let us fucking watch it because he wasn't going to let us watch it. So I was like, yo, $50.
And then ended up being the worst $50 you probably ever spent.
I mean, we all got to watch it together and have a good laugh of Titus O'Neil fucking tripping and going.
Oh my God! See ya. But what really became of that championship that Braun Strowman got? Absolutely nothing. What became of Braun Strowman? He got fired like what, a year later?
Yeah, something like that.
But he's now he's now an arm wrestler.
Well, and he is making a comeback pretty soon, from what I have heard.
He was injured, right?
He had neck surgery or something.
Yeah.
Now he's jacked and he does arm wrestling.
Oh, he's massive. Jesus Christmas.
Yeah,
dude, you know they don't bill Orton as 248 pounds no more, right?
Nah, I heard.
275, dude. He's a tank.
Oh, I'm sure you guys saw him when he came back from Survivor Series, dude.
Dude, he was so big.
You could tell the man put some work in while he was gone.
Oh yeah. He was not that jacked when he went out.
He didn't have an ounce of body fat on him when he came back.
That
man, in fact, had more muscle than I probably could have seen a veteran of his age.
Wow, so
come back on.
And he's like what, 45?
He's up there.
He's got to be.
Wow.
Hey,
oh boy, here we go. The Hey Google segment. That's early.
Google. Hey Google, how old is Randy Orton? 44. I was close. And it went off the wrong fucking Google.
Yep.
Shocker.
CM Punk is 45. Roman Reigns is 38.
CM Punk's only 45.
Yeah.
I thought he was older.
Cody Rhodes is 38. He got started really early.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is a couple years younger than me.
Yeah. Wow. Well, get ready for the next segment of this podcast. I hope you guys actually enjoyed today.
Oh, it's going to be a great fucking topic. You're going to love it.
Oh, that hurts. Clearly, that can't happen now.
It's good.
This is the other. It sounds.
So, pick your poison. That's a do-si-do.
So, remember that challenge I told you about last week with the
Alien Sherbert, Jungle Sunset.
Yeah, I lost.
I know Alien Sherbert.
Oh, that's one of the Alien Sherbert.
All right, good choice. All right. Good choice.
All right. Yeah, my woes, my yeahs, my yeets.
Yeet. Oh, we eat a lot.
Okay, yeah. So that may be one of the first matches that we might have to dive into.
All right, that works for me. Dude.
That was
Toma Tonga.
Well, we're gonna SmackDown too, huh?
We're getting into it all.
Let's do it. Well, I will let the hosts start off wherever you guys want to start off.
It's story time with Mr. Shawn.
I'll let you start that one off.
Oh wow, he brought goodies.
I had to bring the memorabilia.
Yeah.
So we'll break the start off. Well, something you guys want to start. Whatever you want to go. I'll let you start it off. Just let's see. And
so now we're going to get into story time with Mr. Shawn, baby.
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours, sir.
As I was saying to you guys before, I don't think you guys can understand. Like, it's the biggest high that doesn't involve this or any sort of alcohol. Like, you're with thousands upon thousands of other people, all in it for the passion that you are there for. And to spend 5 amazing days being able to just talk wrestling with wrestling fans and just be amongst the thousands of people there for WrestleMania weekend and to see how excited everybody is for this event. I guess to quote one of my favorite wrestlers, it's electrifying. Like it's and speaking of electrifying, the craziest part of my weekend was in all the years that I have ever watched wrestling and all the years I've ever gone to live events, I have never gotten to see The Rock live.
You got
ever in my entire life. Well, not only that, there was 2 nights of WrestleMania. He was on SmackDown the night before on Friday night. He was on Raw. He came back on Raw, then Raw.
You got to see him 4 times.
4 times, and then I got to see him at the World when he did his little promo when he was an hour late for the show. By the way,
5 times.
Yes. So I got to see Rock probably more times, and never got to meet him unfortunately, but I got to see him probably more times than I have ever seen in my life. So, to my opinion, that might have been one of the highlights of my weekend was to be able to catch Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in person.
Wow.
And hear him cut his promos and hear him talk.
That's awesome. Who did you get to meet?
There we go.
Oh, I wish I fucking could too, but I'm not going to because of the camera.
You got a CDL.
Yeah. Meeting was crazy just because, like, so they did this awesome thing called WWE World.
I saw that.
It was at the Pennsylvania Convention Center in Philadelphia, the center of Philadelphia. Amazing events. It was a little crazy the way they had things set up because, like, you'd have 3 different booths where they were either just doing photos or just doing signatures. You had a VIP booth that you're going to for the bigger stars that you pay for. And then there's another row of superstars that are just there for photos. So it's like you kind of have to pick and choose. Thank God they put an app out because it really allowed us to pick and choose.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So these are, I love buying these at the shows. So you can buy these at most of the house shows and the Raws and SmackDowns that you go to. It meant a lot to me because a lot of these guys actually won. So first off,
that's dope.
Yeah. Roxanne Perez, our brand new NXT Women's Champion,
Nice.
beat Lyra Valkyrie on Stand and Deliver on Saturday night.
I didn't get to see that.
Saturday afternoon, I apologize.
Oh yeah, it was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fuck, that was a long day. Looking at that,
I can imagine.
Trick Williams, everyone's new favorite.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Defeated Carmelo Hayes in the main event at Stand and Deliver again on Saturday afternoon.
He's really good.
Trick Williams will, in my opinion, probably be one of the biggest stars coming out since Booker T.
Wow. He's good.
And I'm not just saying that for race, but this guy is amazing. Yeah, it's fun. He's fun to listen to. He's fun to watch.
He's fun all around.
I have a huge NXT fan, so
NXT is like dude,
honestly,
NXT is like raw and gritty.
Stand and Deliver to me was probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
You got to go the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, at the Raw we went to in December, we did have the pleasure of actually meeting Cody Rhodes.
Really?
We went to Raw in Albany, December, and so we have this tradition when we go to Albany, we stand outside in the parking lot, in the parking garage. Yeah. We know the spot to go to when the wrestlers park and everything like that.
Yeah.
I've actually been, the past 3 times I've been there, I parked in the wrestlers parking and I didn't know I did.
Dude, we hung out with Kofi Kingston for half an hour.
Kofi Kingston was out.
Have the picture of
I have all
Kofi Kingston was out that day and he was signing out and he stayed till the last person left, which was awesome.
Wow.
So we met everyone from that particular time, from everyone from DIY to Ivy Nile and the Creed brothers.
They're good too.
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell's
Seth freaking Rollins came over and talked to us for a little bit, which was awesome.
We had Xavier Woods hop the guardrail and land on our lap at a fucking house show. Because 2 fucking dickheads sitting next to us wouldn't let us get to the guardrail, so he decided to jump the rail and fucking say hi and then jump back.
I got to meet Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
But after it's at Raw, we saw a bunch of people kind of flocking towards the buses, and we're like, wonder where they're going. We knew.
Yeah.
And we already knew where Cody's bus was.
You can't miss Cody's bus.
At that point, it was just a traditional bus. It wasn't the bus that he has now. So we waited out there, and everyone's chanting Cody, everyone's singing Kingdom because everyone knows the fucking words to that song. By the way, I would just like to preface this and say I heard that song at least 600 times this past weekend. Not including the 4 nights I actually saw him.
And you can't get sick of it.
No, you can't. Well, okay. So, again, we'll get into that in a few moments. But
he's like America's superhero right now. He's like the new Captain America.
I love Cody Rhodes.
I love Cody Rhodes.
But so we waited outside his bus, and he came out, peeked his head out real quick, and he goes, "So what do you guys want to talk about?" We're like, "Yeah." And he was so awesome. He started at one line. He goes, "All right, I'm going to start at this side of the line. I'm going to work my way around. If you come back to this side of the line, I'm not going to sign your shit." Ended off, took pictures with all of us. Me and my sister were able to meet him. It was awesome. Cody is an outstanding guy. Super happy for him from this weekend.
Awesome. Did you see who was in the skybox at WrestleMania?
Which one? Because I heard like 18 different names. So
his brother.
Yeah, I did hear Dustin.
Yeah, his brother and Ricky Starks.
Again, I'm not familiar with Ricky Starks. I know who he is.
He's like MJF calls him Dollar Store Dwayne.
No, I have heard his promos on like Twitter and stuff like that.
Right.
By the way, I refuse to call it XL. I'll call it Twitter all day.
I like to pick on
Elon Musk.
I like to pick on fucking everybody that says Twitter. It's like I just like to be a smart ass. Like it's called X.
Yeah, no, I will always call it Twitter. I'll never.
I have one, and I only have one fucking picture on. I don't use it. I follow all the porn stars.
Oh boy!
So my last autograph that we got, Monday or SmackDown or whatever the hell show it was, I don't even know. The one and only L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
I did this so many times. Hence the voice, by the way.
Before when we first started, we would either Cody would either start with "Let me talk to you," or "What do you want to?" Or I would say, "What do you want to talk about?"
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
We have a good time.
I
try to
absolutely love it,
dude. This is just all sorts of fun to us.
Yeah.
We don't do it for fame or fortune. We just do it because
it's fun.
Me and Cody, over the last 5 years, me and Cody have grown to be very, very, very close friends. And we're like, hey, what can we do that we can spend and hang out together? We're like, oh, let's do that podcast. And as you can see, we put a few bucks in. We got more mics over there. We put a few bucks into it.
Yeah.
The table was
free.
It was free,
obviously.
This is my hillbilly podcast desk.
There is nothing wrong with that.
It works.
I like the wood grain on it. It's nice.
It's what do you call it?
Rustic.
Yeah, there you go. Very rustic.
Bailey.
Yeah.
So my favorite of all times. I have loved Bailey since her rookie season in NXT.
And now your profile picture on Facebook is you and her together.
So there's history there. WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, Florida. I had tickets to meet Bailey at the Orlando Eye.
You didn't get to meet her, did you?
I was next in line to meet her. And she had to go to the Hall of Fame that night. So she ended up having to leave.
And get ready.
So unfortunately, I missed my opportunity to meet Bailey. So this time around, getting to meet Bailey, again, my profile picture on Facebook right now. Getting to come full circle. And I even said that to her. I was like, you have no idea how awesome it is to meet you right now because of the fact I told her that story. She goes, you were at my first WrestleMania, and she gave me a hug. I was like, that is just awesome. Because I expected that back in 33. So to have that come full circle and to meet Bailey,
that's awesome.
To me was
that
awesome.
is amazing.
That is awesome.
The next one is
snap.
The man,
yes,
Becky Lynch. I had to get this one. I love Becky Lynch again, kind of like Bailey. I was a big fan of the Horsewomen before.
We didn't get to meet her in Albany.
Well, that's one of the things too. But I've been a fan of Horsewomen for a long time, and all 4 of them. I've watched them come up in the ranks, and even Charlotte, who I know a lot of people think are overrated or whatever.
I love Charlotte.
She's the best in the world, and I'll be honest with you, she's an awesome human being too.
I absolutely love Charlotte. I love Andrade.
I got to meet her at WrestleMania 33. Speaking of Andrade, I got to meet Andrade as well.
Wow.
So Becky Lynch, and the cool thing about Becky Lynch was not only did we get to meet Becky Lynch, but instead of getting an autographed picture from Becky Lynch, everyone who paid for that got an autographed copy of her new book.
What?
Becky Lynch, the man.
Wow.
Is that like a $60 book?
Something like that. Becky Lynch, the man, not your average girl.
It's getting smoky in here.
In stores now.
So
there's your plug for that.
And you also got to see Motionless in White too.
The next up, the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair.
Abs on that.
Dude. First up, I'm going to show you real life abs right there.
Jesus Christmas.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with her, do you? Holy shit.
I got 8, but she's got way better abs than I do.
So,
God damn.
Bianca Belair, super nice, bona fide star, no questions asked. Again, she was.
That's awesome.
She was awesome. She was awesome.
Set.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Oh, yeet. Yeet. Jey Uso.
That's great.
So background story, when we first were getting our autograph packages, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Rhea Ripley were sold out immediately. Like, I was still in the queue before I could even see them and anything. So they announced actually Bianca Belair and Jey Uso late, and they sold out immediately. But my sister was on it, and she got them like right on.
Good on
right
Sarah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I will say that it's awesome to go with someone who's a brand new fan because
of all the you get to see all the like good excitement.
Like, I've seen her at Raws and stuff like that, but to see her.
Is this her first WrestleMania?
It's her first SmackDown, first NXT, first WrestleMania.
Nice.
She's only been to 2 Raws. The 2 Raws.
The ones that we went to.
Yep. Well, the one that we went to, and then the one after.
In 19 and in 23. I guess it would have been. Was it last year? 23 we went?
Yeah, a few months ago. Yeah. No. You guys weren't at that one. It was 22.
It was 22.
It was 22.
Yeah. I get my.
And then we went to one a few months ago.
Yeah, you went in December.
Yeah.
But the one so that'd be 3, didn't she? Oh, no, because the first one, it was me, you, and the boys.
Yeah.
And then the second time we went to Raw,
so she actually, the first time she ever started watching wrestling, first time she ever watched wrestling was WrestleMania 38. And it just so happened to be right before Cody Rhodes made his entrance. Seth Rollins had just came down to the ring. She walked in the door from work, and she goes, I was like, oh, have a seat. She's like, okay, whatever. She sat down. She goes, who's that? I was like, oh, that's Cody Rhodes. She just came back and was going over the whole story. She's like, oh, he's hot. So from that point on, she became the biggest Cody Rhodes fan. But really, like, she gets more into storyline. She understands the chemistry. She understands more than I understood when I first was getting into wrestling. Also, I was also like 6 or 7.
Did she realize that the basically the end of this story began like 10 years ago?
Yeah. Yes.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, it's nuts. Like,
that's long-term storytelling right there, my guy.
I'll tell you right now, like, yeah, to see that again, and we'll get into the main event in a few moments, but yeah,
probably
to see that come.
Segment,
we're getting a little.
Yeah, we're getting close here. You're good though.
How long do we have?
A minute. A minute left.
Okay. Well, we'll finish up that, and then I'll go in the rest of the finish. We'll go to whatever else.
Get into yeah.
So, well, then we'll be right back, guys. Boom. There we go.
Pretty soon when we do that, we'll be paid fucking to get paid.
Yeah.
We're very close. We're very close to getting fucking subscriptions.
Ooh.
Affiliate status on Twitch as well. We're getting close to that.
That's awesome.
Too.
Congrats. That's fantastic.
We're working very hard to
build our viewership. All right, let's just go right into it.
Get into it. I'm not trying to do this and work at Advanced Auto.
Okay.
Part 2, let's get it. Sorry about that. Go for it.
Last of meet and greets, photos, and stories. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens to me was I love Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
How can you not love Kevin Owens?
Dude, he's got a T-Rex skull for a tattoo.
Dude, and just everything he does in the ring, the things he does on the mic, he's just fun. He's fun, and he's a fun.
Well, and you know what's funny is like I bet you non-wrestling fans would look at him and be like, "That's not a wrestler," and it's like that's a Canadian wrestler. That's what a lot of Canadian wrestlers look like if they can actually wrestle.
He's such a nice dude, and
he seems it.
Him and Sami Zayn seem like they would be both female.
Oh yes, I got to meet. So that was another one I got to meet in December before Raw was Sami Zayn. We went to Cricket Wireless, and I'll tell you right now, Sami Zayn.
I love Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn is awesome, and we got to meet him again. Actually, when we were standing out there, he came up and he's like, "Oh, I saw you guys already." I was like, "Yeah, you did." He's like, "You want another picture?" I was like, "It's up to you." He's like, "Yeah." And he just walked away. It was like, it was cool. It was cool. Kevin Owens, awesome.
Wow.
3 more people I got to meet. Tiffany Stratton.
Nice. Very nice.
Love Tiffany Stratton. Carmella's back.
Wow. You got to meet
Carmella is still gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Not that she wouldn't have been anyways, but she looks fantastic. And she's ready to come back, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And the man, my favorite Eagles fan of the WWE, Ricochet.
You got to meet Ricochet?
Yeah, we got to meet him in December, but we got his autograph and we got to
I'm a big fan of
Ricochet's awesome.
Oh yeah. Ricochet can do the almost impossible double moonsault.
Yes.
Io Sky was another one that made my day to get to meet.
I love Io Sky.
She was so amazing. And when I was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Sign wherever you want." I go, "Sign the whole page." She went, "Just listen, I'll sign where I want. I'm the champion. I'll do what I want." I was like, "Fucking awesome. Just do it." Fucking love you.
Io Sky reminds me of the Japanese Nikki Cross.
Ooh.
Okay.
The kind of crazy that she is.
And of course, I slipped. And I was like, "Hey, Io Shirai." And I was like, "Oh, shit." She was, it was funny. I had a laugh. Again, we got to meet Andrade. Andrade was awesome. I didn't know where to have him sign. There was a picture of Andrade somewhere else in the thing. I thought it'd be more fun to have him sign over Dominic Mysterio's face.
And he did.
And that's Andrade's signature right there. Over Dominic Mysterio's face. That's awesome. Andrade was a super nice human. I would definitely go and try to meet Andrade if I ever got the chance again.
Dude, that's awesome.
I think I have one more and then we'll be done. And this one, I have 2 more. I'm sorry.
Oh, we see here.
Doesn't say page.
Hey, if you want.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Uso. I got to meet Jimmy Uso as well.
Oh no.
I'll show you the picture in a minute. Jimmy Uso was fucking awesome. And then my pride and joy, not only did I get to meet Bianca Belair, got to meet Naomi, got to meet Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai, and the one and only Jade Cargill.
Oh, yes. She's got abs.
So, well, hold on. I'm sorry. First off, again, and I know I say I love a lot of these people. I love NXT, and I think that's probably one of my favorite promotions out of all of them.
So, NXT is raw and gritty. I love it.
I like to see people start, and I like to see their stories from there. And so watching people like Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, and Asuka, and all that, like it's awesome to see where they come now. So I was actually more excited to meet those ones than I think Gunther would have been cool, but it was kind of at the time when we were getting Io Sky.
Gunther is just a beast.
Gunther would have been fun. So this really doesn't know justice because it's kind of blurry. So this is at our meet and greet with Jade Cargill.
I love Jade Cargill.
And I'll tell you right now, Jade Cargill has muscles in places I didn't know you could have muscles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched her whole rookie year in AEW, and as much as they they didn't use her as properly as they should have, she was still a fucking star.
I mean, just her production value.
Oh, dude.
I'm sold. Yeah, and I can't wait till she gets further, harder,
developed,
longer matches under her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still up and coming. She's still green, but
because they didn't, like I said, they didn't do... That was squandered fucking talent in fucking AEW because they didn't even use her.
Yeah. Again. So, the story behind this was The Rock was actually doing an appearance.
Dick Dwayne.
Yep. So, Maui was doing an appearance at World, and he was actually an hour late. He was supposed to be there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, but he was watching...
showcase, whatever he was doing. So he's out late. He got booed out of the fucking building. And it's funny because he was like, "Oh, you're going to boo The Rock. You're going to boo The Rock because The Rock's late. You know what? fuck you. The Rock's gonna do what he wants, and The Rock's on. The Rock's the boss, so he got this huge promo just on the crowd.
He's like, the reason why The Rock was late is because I was busy watching. What was he watching?
I don't even remember.
Watching somebody beat somebody. Fucking. It was some game, a college football game or basketball game or something, and he just pissed everybody off. And he got like a Dominic Mysterio boo, just about.
Good. One of the things that WWE did amazingly was they really paid tribute to Bray Wyatt. So even though he wasn't in the Hall of Fame like everyone had hoped, they really paid tribute to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
next year
they promoted the shit out of that documentary, and that documentary was fucking fire.
I would say, have you guys watched the documentary?
Oh, I watched the documentary twice.
As a 41, almost 42-year-old male,
that made me cry.
Right now, I went through almost an entire roll of toilet paper.
Oh, dude, that was that. Oh,
I bawled my fucking eyes.
God, dude.
So WWE World, they had some of his sets. So first off,
that's
the Firefly Funhouse. So it was the actual Firefly Funhouse.
Oh, wow.
And then they had his entrance from when he came back. So now, hold on.
Goosebumps right there.
Well, hold on.
Oh, there's more.
It gets better.
There's more.
So at World, they
this is like Christmas.
At World, they unveiled a statue of Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
And for one day only, they had him. Of course, it's going to take me forever to find the picture.
Is the statue the new outfit that his best friend was working on?
Oh, please. There's two of them, actually. As a surprise, there's two.
There's two?
There's two.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it his best friend coming back as like Uncle Howdy or something?
No, that's his bro.
Preface this while I'm looking for this picture because, of course, I have 1,000,001 pictures.
Yeah.
On night 2, at Cody's entrance, the man who did Bray Wyatt's masks also did Cody's skull mask. FYI.
That's real awesome.
I would like to credit him. I do not remember what his name is, but I'll tell you right now.
I can't remember what his name is either.
So first off,
that's why we got our cell phones right here.
I would like to share the Firefly Funhouse with the brand new Fiend that they were creating at the end.
Dude, that outfit is there's so many Easter eggs in that outfit.
It gives you chills. Like I walked up to it and like I had goosebumps instantly.
Dude, the stitching in the mouths is his kids' birthdays.
Yeah. But this one, and I'm not gonna lie, you can see it in my face. That one got me.
No, that actually.
And now, mind you, in both sets, they have his music playing as well.
Oh wow!
So it's like you don't know what you're feeling at that point, and the statues. Again, the pictures do no justice. The statues look so realistic.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's. Oh yeah.
On top of that, they also had in the glass cases. They also had like the costumes that they used when Bray Wyatt came back.
Oh, for the ones that were in the crowd.
Yeah. So Sister Abigail. So there's a close up, by the way. They even had the lantern down there.
That is so. The mockingbirds right there were those were for his wife because his nickname for her was
Ramblin' Rabbit. They had the folk Ramblin' Rabbit there. They had the championship, the Fiend Championship. Like when I tell you, like it was just amazing. Like to see that. But above all, like I think the biggest thing for me. Oh,
Jason Baker.
I'm gonna share that too. By the way, I remember that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jackson wants to watch the documentary.
But dude's name.
So on SmackDown and Raw. Yeah, Jason Baker. On SmackDown and Raw, they did. They just did the preview for the documentary. And
it's a good documentary.
The fireflies around the stadium were crazy. The Hall of Fame speech with Mike Rotunda. It was so sad. He gave a little tribute to Bray Wyatt, and they played a song afterwards. Everyone held up their lights, so everyone at the Hall of Fame was there.
Yeah, Mike Rotundo was the one that started the fucking. He couldn't. Barry Windham had to help him with his to get his flashlight on his cell phone.
At WrestleMania Night 1, in the freezing cold, watching 72,543, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I might be off by a few by that. That's panoramic. It doesn't. Again, my iPad doesn't have the best quality, but that's 72,000 plus cell phone lights up in the air. I had something very similar from 33, where I think it was like 80,000, but this one just meant that much more.
Dude, I thought the crowd at Disturbed was big.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's
nuts.
Like Disturbed, we probably saw about maybe 20,000 people.
Yeah, that is insane. So we had a great time. We had great seats. Obviously, Rhea Ripley's entrance to me was awesome. I love that song.
I love that song too. I played in the car all
Give me that all
fucking
day.
time.
How was Motionless in White at?
They were really good, actually. I mean,
love Motionless in White.
They were what they were. I don't think it was. They weren't supposed to be. I don't know. They weren't supposed to be like a Grammy Award-winning band, but they were. They were fun. They were good. They sang Rhea Ripley out.
Yeah.
They got emotion into the crowd. Which, by the way, I would say for night one, we sat in the deadest section ever. Like my sister and I were like, so we're up against the wall, so we didn't have to worry about
the loudest ones in your section.
We didn't have to. Pretty much, yeah. We didn't have to worry about anyone behind us, so we stood up the entire time. I tell you, there was like it was. I get it was cold. Damn, there was no life in that section. But there were a couple of guys that were like screaming along with us. They were trying to get everyone in with it.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude.
So much louder than night
and
one.
We were closer at night two.
Were you really? You had different seats both nights?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, right, because it's basically a different show for the second night, so you got to get a different ticket for night two.
Because many people probably didn't get the night two tickets.
Well, they both sold out, so they actually almost 73,000 on night two.
Yeah, they had 145,268 people, or as Snoop Dogg says, 420.
So you can't see us on TV on night one, but you can kind of see like our silhouettes when they zoom in certain parts because we're the only one standing in our section, and I know exactly where our section was.
We were looking for.
We were looking.
I know we never made it on TV, and I haven't watched night two on live TV yet, but. And I haven't watched SmackDown or Raw or Stand and Delivery either. So I don't know.
We make it on TV for Monday Night Raw in fucking 2019, though.
Yeah. Because our mom spotted us out.
Yeah, because we were next to the 40-year-old virgin and his grandmother.
Well, hey,
at least his Hawaiian shirt that he was wearing. He's wearing this big blue and orange loud shirt, and I was like, just look for that guy.
Dude, at least you weren't sitting next to Yokozuna and bashing Booger. Fuck. Oh, that is the event that my sister and I sat. So it was awesome because like that was the time I think it was like Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and I can't remember what the other person they were with. Maybe it was just all of the Brawlers Roots and McIntyre at that point when they came to the crowd. That was kind of cool. But like we were in seats 3 and 4 and on the outside, dude. I swear to God, that was about the size of these dudes. I was like, dude, it's Bastion Booger and. Even better, maybe King Mabel. I don't fucking know. Like they were big dudes. I know I said Yokozuna.
Can you put that in the trash?
Yep, that's fine. But yeah, so bottom line, the just WrestleMania's night 1 and 2. The feeling was surreal. I can't think of a crazier feeling than to be surrounded by that many screaming fans, and again, you can tell by my voice, it's I still don't have it back 100%, and I still don't think I'm 100% like physically well either.
Went to the greatest,
but I'll tell you right now, would I do it again? Oh, the fuck yes, I would.
You sign me up next time I want to.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, and again, I'll let you guys look to these when you want. Like,
oh, dude,
words can't describe. Words really cannot describe the feelings that we went through during the weekend. And every event, and I'm sure we're going to get into a bunch of shit in a little bit here.
Oh, yeah.
But every event that we went to, I was telling Richie earlier, it was top-notch, like, quality. Every match was quality. The production was quality. there was nothing. I felt like there were no flaws this year.
Yeah.
Dude, we could not pick out, and I want to go over because
Well, let me
I watch
be right back on this next segment. So I wanted to freaking lose our segments again like we did in our very first episode.
but I want to get into after we get into all of our conversations, I want to get into I watch a wrestling YouTube channel called In the Clutch Entertainment, dubbed the G.
So if you want to look at pictures.
And Ross, the Chosen One. They're my favorite YouTubers and reactors.
That's sweet.
Ross does his own YouTube videos, and he pulled up the Dave Meltzer 5-star match. I wanna have one segment where we go through his list of his rating list for WrestleMania 40 and see what we agree with and what we don't agree with.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's do it. We can do it. Okay.
You got a picture with Tommaso Ciampa.
We're back. Tommaso Ciampa.
Dude, Tommaso Ciampa was awesome because we were actually at the Ready Market getting lunch. My sister overheard a guy asking someone for a picture. She looked around, saw the beard. That was the first thing she saw. Now, mind you, I love my sister because she recognizes things I don't recognize or moments think about.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, you're amongst thousands of people, so and nothing against Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa was amazing, but I would
he could fit in the crowd, just be like a regular dude.
Yeah. So we turned around and I was like, and now, mind you, he was one of the guys we got to meet in December.
Yeah.
Every meet and greet was so much more special this time around. And when we turned around and we're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. He's like, listen, man, I appreciate you understanding and caring. He goes, yeah, I'm here with my family, but he goes, I understand what I am getting myself into when I come out in public. He goes, I would love to take a picture with you guys. So please, absolutely. And we're like, nicest human being. Again, the one thing that I was amazed by was how absolutely humble and how nice every wrestler that we met was.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, there was the first night that we got there, we saw Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson walking out from the hotel. They didn't seem like they wanted to be bothered. I was about to approach them real quick. Another guy did, and they seemed like they were bothered. I was like, nope, I'm not going to ask now. Because they seemed like they were cool about it, but you could tell by their gestures, their voices, they didn't really want to take pictures.
Yeah.
And then when we were walking out again on the street, we were going to get coffee. We saw Chelsea Green with her parents.
No shit.
So, but again, and I also saw Lash Legend with her mom getting lunch. But again, she's from NXT.
Okay. That may have gone out. There's fucking oil in these things.
So again, it's like, obviously I want to respect their privacy. They're human beings too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I understand that they're actually at the World doing. So a couple of the people we got to meet that I didn't mention was we got to meet Eric from the Viking Raiders. Cool dude. Yeah, cool dude. He's healthy. He's ready to go again. But I guess they're going to.
He was out injured for a while.
But I guess they're going to give Ivar a quick little push in NXT.
Really?
If you guys haven't watched on Tuesday.
Wow.
No, I've been seeing the insane feats of strength and clips that Braun Breaker fucking does because he's an animal.
He's an animal.
Like that, like they were trying to give him a doomsday device, and he just caught the dude and power slammed him out of mid fucking air. It's like,
I'll tell you one thing. One of the craziest matches I've watched was Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking out Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. But
was that the other night?
That was so they had a rematch, but at Stand and Deliver, they had a tag team
championship match.
And I'll tell you right now, those boys, and regardless of what everyone thinks about Baron Corbin, I think Baron Corbin's a huge talent. I think he's done really well with the bullshit that he's given.
Character.
He's given a lot. He's been given a lot of bullshit.
He worked with it though.
But I'll tell you right now, and I don't know how much you guys watch NXT.
I don't have
the
cable.
Stuff that he's doing in NXT right now is gold.
Yeah.
He is on his best run he's ever been on. His run with Braun Breaker with the tag team championships, unbelievable.
Dude, NXT just makes everybody so... I think everybody on the roster should spend a couple months in NXT.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Well, look what it did for Dominic Mysterio.
Fuck, yeah.
And Dominic Mysterio was hated before that, obviously he had the... he has that lineage that he can go by through too, but his for him to have won the North American Championship in NXT, flaunted on Raw and SmackDown and wherever else he was,
it made him a bigger heel.
It made him people hate him more.
Yeah, and that's what you want.
And like my sister, she hates him, but I'm like,
he's
doing his job. His man got booed at his wedding. Who gets booed at their wedding?
Dominic Mysterio.
Motherfucking Mysterio.
He does an amazing job.
He's so good.
He's so good at what he does. He's so good at what he does.
He caught on quick.
Yeah.
I liked him before though when he was with Rey Mysterio.
But he was so green though, and again he did well with what he was given. But this run that he's on now,
this Judgment Day,
it's like he stuffed the pedal to the floor and just shifted gears hard and gone.
Yeah.
They gave him the ball. He ran with it.
Speaking of Judgment Day, so let's talk about that tag team championship match at me.
Oh my god,
dude! Who's the new guy that they have?
JD McDonough.
JD,
aka Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I go old school.
But he got the shit beaten out of him, and he wasn't having a good time at the Hall of Fame.
I mean, what were your opinions watching on TV?
Awesome Truth fucking wild.
That was our fucking main pick. Well, you watch the podcast. We were advocating for Miz and R-Truth so bad.
I was not expecting them to split the titles though in the same match.
I'm so happy they did though.
I kind of have the feeling because
they started saying both sets of titles have to be taken down for the match.
I knew there were going to be
It wasn't you had to take down both titles. No, it was in order for the match to end, both sets of titles have to be taken down. I was like, they're splitting up finally.
And did you notice that when somebody pulled down a set of belts, they were out of the match?
Even though I will say that Grayson Waller and Austin Theory both had some great spots, even after they won the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
We got to meet Austin Theory.
I remember that.
We were at Raw. He is cool, dude.
He really is. Honestly,
he does a good job at what he does too.
I hope that both of them do really well with this run. I think they both deserve it, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun watching them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But going back to Awesome Truth for a minute, I mean, let's face it, it's Truth's first ever win at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And he won a championship. Who knows how much longer we're gonna get Awesome Truth in general.
Yeah, he's like 56 years old, dude. He's a vampire. He doesn't age.
I was talking to some fans about.
You're a vampire. You don't age.
Zach said what's up.
What's that?
Zach said what's up.
What's up? So, I was talking to some fans at World when we were in line for something, and we were talking, and she was like, "Do you remember when R-Truth used to come out as K Quick back in the day?" I was like, "I remember when he came as K Quick, turned to Raw the Truth Killings and TNA. Like that's what I actually watched TNA. Then TNA was
they had bangers back then.
But to see Truth come out, and it's so funny because when you meet Truth in person, he's the same way.
I can only imagine.
I met him again. I met him when we met so many people when we were in Albany back in December. But Truth, when we met him, my God, like,
is he like a Kofi Kingston?
Dude, no, he was just a character. Like, he was R-Truth. He goes, I am so glad to be, he said Albuquerque or something like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yep. He's like, it's freaking cold here. I know it's cold in New Mexico. And we're like, yeah. All right. We're just laughing. He goes, I don't understand what's so funny.
He's so good. He's a national treasure.
Him and Otis, I would say those two that I've had the pleasure of meeting and had the honor of meeting, those two are awesome to meet.
Otis looks like he is an absolute fucking character.
Dude, he's awesome. So when we were at Raw, like,
is Chad Gable annoying in person too?
I don't know, I haven't met Chad Gable yet. So when I met him, Tozawa didn't want to take like pictures or autographs, so he went away. So we had to meet Maxine Dupree and Otis.
I love Tozawa.
And so we had to meet Maxine Dupree and Otis. And all I had on me was the sports clip coupon that I got from this lady that was handing him out when we were waiting in line for Sami Zayn. And he looks at it and he goes, Sport clips. I gotta get a haircut. Yeah, well, I'm gonna start going. Like, he started this whole promo about sport clips. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, Right, he was when he was doing his meet and greets.
So you
Like,
just hear his voice as he's saying his promo about sparklers.
And when he was doing meet and greets, he was like putting people in headlocks. And, like he's like, oh yeah, meat, all day meat. I was like, oh dude, this guy's fucking great. I love.
Is he the new meat man? Did he take over fucking being the meat man over what the Johnny Hungy and fucking the Dark Order?
Jesus Christ. That's great.
But I think, like I said, those guys are awesome. Like if you ever get to meet WWE, so down there, so chill.
When we go down the 31st, we're going down early. Like I don't even think he's going to school that day. I think we're leaving, trying to get down there for like 2:00.
We got there by like 1:30 to park, and then we were able to get to the spot. Well, plus we had nothing else to do after we met Sami Zayn. So, but I said get there by 1:30. I'll meet you down there.
Yeah, because we wanna go down, get into the hotels.
That's why you're staying overnight.
We made the deal. Fucking Harvey's like, you pay for tickets, I'll pay for hotels. So I was like, deal. $300 in tickets later. There we go. And we think it's his little brother's first show.
That's fun.
And he's been dying to go.
Every time I see him, Rich, when are we going to SmackDown? About another month and a half, bud.
That's funny.
I sit next to you at SmackDown, and I was like, yeah, of course you can. You can sit on my shoulders when the matches end too, so you can see everything.
And then he always asks Ryan, he's like, when can we watch the Bray Wyatt documentary?
Oh, that fucking Bray Wyatt documentary is gonna crush that boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sad. So like, yeah, still get goosebumps about that.
He always loved the Fiend, but he would always have to cover his eyes because that shit would like.
Dude, it was terrifying.
That mask was. If you were a kid, that mask. Oh, come on!
It terrified me.
As a full-grown adult, I was terrified of it. I hate clowns.
Look, I hate clowns too.
To see the Fiend, as cool as the Fiend is,
yeah, that is.
That first time, mind you, I think it was right before the pandemic started that came out.
It's so fucking creepy. Jesus Christ. But, dude, his mask was made by one of the best fucking movie mask makers of all fucking time. The guy that did all the fucking, like, costumes and shit from Dusk Till Dawn. And I can't remember.
Hellraiser, too?
He did all the shit for Hellraiser. Just a legendary mask maker and costume maker from Hollywood. He did all the like costumes for all of Robert Rodriguez's films.
So
he did a lot of the costumes. Remember Lucha Underground?
He did something for Marvel too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did. Didn't he do Gore the God Butcher?
Oh, you mean the fucking worst villain they've ever put in fucking MCU history?
I haven't.
We won't go into that right now, but let's not talk about Thor: Love and Thunder because it will just piss me off the entire time.
Was it bad? I haven't seen it,
dude. If I could get the 1 hour and a half of my life back, I would want that. That was in my top 5 worst movies of all time.
Dude, I haven't watched any Marvel movies.
Thor: Love and Thunder was absolutely.
I haven't watched anything since Endgame.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy. You watched too, right? The new one?
No, I watched people react to it just so I could see if I would like it. But I love that Chris Pratt was the first person to drop an F-bomb in fucking Marvel.
And then Drax.
What do I do? Open the fucking door.
That was
great.
Drax threw the ball at alien kid
and knocked him the fuck out.
I'd rather watch the Barbie movie 80 times over than ever watch Thor: Love and Thunder. That movie was absolute garbage.
Oh my god!
I'm taking the day off when fucking Deadpool and Wolverine comes out, so I can go watch that first night.
That might be.
I think I'm gonna go to Plattsburgh to see it.
That might be Marvel's best thing that they will have done since I would say, let's say Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Great movie.
As much as I love that game, I love to get Spider-Man.
I loved Loki.
Loki season 1 and 2 was great.
Yeah, I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Season 2 was. I mean. I don't think it was as good as season 1.
I gotta get Disney Plus.
I don't think season 2 beat season 1, but I think that Tom Hiddleston is fucking amazing.
Yes, he is.
But I would acknowledge Tom Hiddleston is my tribal chief.
I acknowledge Tom Hiddleston as well as my tribal chief.
So just throwing that one.
Tom Hiddleston's a fucking. He's a national.
Love Robert Downey Jr., but
Tom Hiddleston, dude, he's
Tom Hiddleston.
He's Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. I mean, he played one of the greatest villains in MCU history,
and he's still playing him.
Fuck Thanos. Fuck whatever else they put out there for him. Like Loki. Loki's been the best character, in my opinion, as far as the best.
Loki, you are the fucking GOAT.
But Jake Gyllenhaal, though, when he played Mysterio.
Yeah, but it was a one-off, though. Loki's been around for 12 years.
I agree. I did. I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was good.
But then Jake Gyllenhaal in that new movie he came out in.
Oh, Roadhouse?
Yeah, Roadhouse.
That movie's so fucking wild.
First off, let's not get started on reboots and remakes because
well, we'll get into that.
I watched the making of it. They said don't look at it as a reboot or a remake. It's a reimagining.
And it's better.
But it was so good though. I loved it.
Listen, you can polish a turd, but
Conor McGregor saved that movie though, because he was so wild.
Who taught you shapes?
That. No, we're gonna stop this segment too. Guys, the fucking next one.
The movie. I agree. The movie was shit. But my God, was it so much fun to laugh at?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the original Roadhouse was an Academy Award-winning movie by any means.
I would rate.
How do you make a shit movie shittier?
Yeah, post turd. It's
you look at it for the comedic value. It entertained me for.
I watched Jason versus Freddy for comedic value. I wasn't about to watch that for comedic value. I'm not gonna waste my fucking time on that.
No, I watched Jason versus Freddy when I can't sleep.
Jesus.
We have a quick intermission because Zach wants me to call him so we can say what's up to Sean.
Yeah, we're in between.
You got probably one more segment and then an outro.
What's up?
We got Sean.
What's up, buddy?
He can't see.
How's it going?
Excuse me. He's got that like real serious like trailer park beard going on right now.
But yeah.
Shave it then.
Just kidding.
I'm at my level.
Listen, I appreciate the effort that you put into it.
But I mean, come on.
You have a very nice picture of me.
Really nice.
If I was able to grow a beard, I would want a beard today. But I actually like a
You would look fantastic with a beard like that. I do know that. I tried getting you to participate in No Shave November for like 6 years.
Never had.
Jody?
I go for 6 days. I hate it.
The big ginger bearded wizard is here.
Anime titties. I have been summoned.
Gandalf.
And I'm sure as usual.
I heard anime titties and Gandalf in like the same 5 seconds. That was just a really bad visual. The scene, anime Gandalf with titties. That's not.
Zach, you have to watch
weird,
this.
right?
That would be really fucking weird.
Or anime Gandalf staring at titties.
It's probably going to be one of the greatest episodes.
This is going to be the best episode since that one episode that we had that's got like 48 fucking likes on fucking Twitch.
Yeah.
Zach, it's going to be as great as
we're going to watch the wrestling now that we can talk about Love and Thunder for. Dude, that movie just heats me up. I
heard it was I heard not even to bother watching.
Like, you know what? I like certain Marvel movies for different reasons, and I enjoy the continuity. I enjoy that somewhere down the line, hopefully, eventually down the road, they'll mesh together like they have been.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you right now, Secret Invasion was garbage.
I heard it was garbage.
Oh, those are all the followers.
Love and Thunder was.
Garbage.
It's in my top 5 worst movies of all time. At number 5.
I think
that makes me.
It's behind Winnie the Pooh, Love and Honey, or Blood and Honey.
I heard that was like trash.
Dude, I
heard Five Nights at Freddy's was better.
Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't bad. The Winnie the Pooh horror movie, though, I got through the first 10 minutes of it. And I was so disturbed and so pissed off. And
just weirded out. I was like, I have to turn this off. This is just
Did he eat Christopher Robin?
No. So get this. When Christopher Robin leaves, they fucking eat Eeyore first. They even said that they eat Eeyore. They like show a silhouette of like Pooh and Piglet and Tigger eating Eeyore. And then they have a grave with his tail sitting there. And then Christopher Robin goes back to 100 Acre Woods with his fiance at that point. Piglet comes from behind his fiance. He chokes out his fiance with a fucking chain and kills her. And then they eat Christopher Robin. And then they go through the door and they wreak havoc on fucking England. Like, dude, it was the fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I said, after they killed Christopher Robin, I turned it off. I was like, I can't do this.
Oh, there's our childhood.
Well, mind you,
right there.
Now you know how much I go to Disney World. You think I'm fucking starved to see fucking Winnie the Pooh? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm afraid Winnie the Pooh's gonna eat me now.
Yeah, that would. I'm sure that if some kids like stumbled upon that fucking movie, they'd be traumatized for the rest of their life.
But I'd say that and Jennifer's Body are my top 2 worst movies of all time.
Jennifer's Body was
Shawn went to WrestleMania.
That was
so
for like a week.
I think Beavis and Butthead Do America was better.
I love Beavis and Butthead Do America. But with the state of Marvel right now, it makes me worried for Daredevil.
It was in Philadelphia.
Because I seen the set photos of like the new Daredevil movie coming up of like John Bernthal back as Crane Castle, and it looks dope as fuck.
I just hope that they do well to Daredevil because
the Netflix series was amazing.
Well, so they had big shoes to fill there. Echo, I like the way they. Vincent D'Onofrio was amazing regardless of what he does.
Fuck, Echo was good though. I liked Echo.
Did you?
I like Vincent D'Onofrio.
He was the only good part of it, and his parts were even kind of so. Like the thing about it,
I couldn't get behind the
AI. Yeah, okay, yeah. We're talking about the same thing. The contact thing.
I couldn't get behind that. That was just a little that was too cartoony.
And also, like, I'm cool with Echo just being like a serious ass kicker for being deaf and being a paraplegic, but like, don't give her powers.
Yeah. Let her be what.
That's where I was at. I was like, done. That's where I was done with. So the cool part about that was I didn't realize they were doing this when I was going down to Virginia at the beginning of March. We stopped at the Comic-Con, and we got to meet Hayden Christensen and Rosario Dawson.
Oh no shit! That's cool.
Which Hayden Christensen, cool dude. Rosario Dawson, absolute sweetheart. But they also had Charlie Cox and Alaco Cox there, and they got now super late.
I'm a big
but I'll tell you what,
Charlie Cox.
I'll tell you what,
Daredevil was my favorite Netflix series.
I didn't like Echo, but I'll give Alaco Cox her flowers in the sense that she's there for fans. She has interpreters, and the line that she's
really deaf.
Yeah.
Oh no,
she's the first deaf actress.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she really lost her leg too.
I knew that was. I had a feeling
she's
that
really deaf, she's the first deaf.
I mean, you could CG that, but you could tell that prosthetic was not fucking CG, especially when she puts it on.
Holy,
and it's like that's legit.
But it was cool because
you know she was really deaf.
All of her fans, most of them were deaf.
What movie is this?
I know how good
it's Echo. It's the show on Disney Plus.
And how good of a fucking actor Charlie Cox is. I actually thought he was fucking deaf. Blind. I'm sorry. I thought he was blind. I'm sorry. Daredevil. My bad. I'm dyslexic.
All good. All good.
But I actually thought Charlie Cox was blind because he did it so fucking good.
Just shows how good of an actor he is.
He's a really good fucking actor.
I'll tell you one thing though. With the Daredevil show, if they don't bring back Karen and Foggy, I hate to say it, like I know they're side characters, but they kind of made
the show.
They helped the story.
Yeah,
and especially Foggy. Like
Foggy was like a big part of like the failed movie from 1999 or whatever.
I might be able to do that, Karen.
I love Karen though.
I mean, yeah,
she's so hot.
100%. But I'm still saying, like, I could do without her.
She's a great character though.
But you can't do without a sidekick. It's like watching. Well, it's gonna be weird watching Tom Holland without Ned this time around. But wait, remember Tom Holland at the end of No Way Home? No one remembers that he's Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And does that mean him and Ned aren't even fucking friends? Oh,
no one knows Parker exists.
Great. That's
where we get Hobgoblin. Fingers crossed on that.
All right, so we're gonna get the hell.
That would
What are we
suck.
doing
Ned and Tom Holland. They're like the duo.
I mean, they are. If you guys want to do that Meltzer thing that you wanted to do,
Oh, yes.
I didn't realize we had gone through so many segments with
Oh yeah.
just my ranting.
1, 2, or the intro. 1, 2, 3 so far.
Jesus.
Perfect. I love it.
Jesus, Zach, are you done?
Don't die there, man.
Jesus.
Sorry, I was tattooed, Batty.
Pretty good.
All right.
Well, I'll let you pull up the Meltzer deal because
Yeah.
All right,
Hot tattooed.
Here we go. Well,
Or Dad just
we're going on into Richard's time now.
tattooed Batty.
Okay, so I just want to, let's see, where is his, we're going to see if we agree with Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, for those who don't know who Dave Meltzer is.
Shit.
That's why we're doing the segment.
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh, wow,
are
God.
you allergic to something?
I'm allergic to Dave Meltzer. Yeah. To terrible criticisms.
Well, in his news column, he has a 5-star rating system, which he really just gives nothing but 5-star ratings to fucking AEW matches. And New Japan matches, but New Japan does have a lot of 5-star matches. I'll give him that.
They've been going crazy lately over in New Japan.
That's where Tama Tonga just came from.
Yep.
But I'm not going to lie. You can have a 5-star match, but the reason I began to watch wrestling is the storyline that you get in the ring. And I know that's cliche to say. And I know that people hate hearing that. But that's what drew me into wrestling was, I remember seeing the first match. It was that promo that Hulk Hogan did with Roddy Piper when Andre the Giant just chain off. We've seen it a million times. That's what drew me into wrestling. And to see how it came into the ring and starting to understand the chemistry that 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 30 people can have in the ring at the same time, like, that's what drew me in.
Yeah.
So to just base it off pure athletics, moves, I just find that totally bogus to me. And I respect Dave Meltzer in the fact that he's been around as long as he has. He makes a shit ton more money than I do.
Yeah.
And he talks bullshit about the sport that I love, or about the sport that I love to watch. But I think he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I think he's.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, again, much respect to him for what he's done, but I think some of his opinions are very, like
overrated and bullshit.
Yeah. But what I did receive was that one of the first matches that he gave a 4.5 star rating to was the first match of night 1, Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. You know what? Rhea Ripley had a panic attack 2 hours before the match.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch was running 102 to 105 degree fever that entire week, including the day of WrestleMania.
Yeah, she was having a tough night.
You can kind of tell as you're watching, and I saw it on TV when I watched night 1 back. You could tell she's hurting.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, that match killed it. Those two women to start off WrestleMania, I don't disagree with the 4.5 star.
Yeah.
It's 5 star. You have to really. I better be out of my seat the entire. Which I was anyways. But you have to. I better be ready to jump down to the ring myself and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
There was only 2 of those this entire weekend.
So here's night 1. Okay. So he Rhea Ripley. Sorry. Please, I love Australians. Please don't come here and kill me for botching your.
Mommy's gonna get you.
I love you, mommy.
Mommy's gonna.
You're it's on top.
Izzy's gonna stop watching because of that now.
Oh no!
So, but he rated Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch 4.25 stars. I don't know why does he got to go 4? Why can't he just do 4, 3, 5,
4.5?
And halves I'm okay with, but 4.25. What does that mean?
4.25. I know, right? What the fuck? I mean. I agree. I would
again. Both women. I would give it a 4.5 star.
That's why I agree.
Both women were sick, but they put on a killer match.
Yeah, I agree. I say 4.5 because it was, dude. That was a fucking wonderful match. That match was.
You gotta give both of them credit for what they did in the ring, considering
the condition. Yeah.
And also, let's preface this too by saying night one was fucking freezing, and I don't care how many heaters they had. It was cold in Philadelphia on Saturday night. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. He gave the 6-pack tag team match. He gave that 4.25 stars too.
Again, I'd be between a 4.5 and a 5.5 star, and the only reason I say that is because that match was exciting from point A to point B.
Yeah, there was not a dull moment in that match at all.
The only flaw that happened, I don't know if you guys saw it on TV, was when they brought down New Catch Republic. They still had, I think, like Awesome Truths, like
and
I'm like, dude, turn the Titantron on, come on! Like I want to see Peyton Dune for all you Pretty Dudley fans.
Oh my god!
So
great.
I would give that 4.5 to 5, but I mean that again, 4.25 from Dave Meltzer, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I agree.
So what was the next match? Oh, was that the Uso match? Oh, that's the one I wanted to get into.
As Richard said, that's actually a baddie right now, apparently.
He's got a nice tattoo sleeve too.
He's trying to get laid right now.
No. It's just trying not to be rude. That's all.
So I'll take over here. So the next match was Rey Mysterio and Andrade taking on his son Dominic Mysterio and Santos.
3 and 3/4 star, 3.5 star,
3 3/4.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
No,
it was all right.
Yeah.
It was fun. It had some high spots. Walking wild, jumping outside from the middle rope and being slingshotted over the rest of Logano. Even the spot I believe that Zelina Vega and Electra Lopez had was a pretty good one too.
That was good.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, I don't think it was terrible. I'm waiting for that Carlito turn, but I thought that was going to happen at Mania.
Carlito is so jacked.
Yeah.
Carlito needs a better storyline.
Yes, he does.
But I don't disagree with the Rey for radio.
No, it did.
It did the job
what it needed to do. It was like a nice.
It was lacking in a few spots. It was really lacking in a few spots.
Well, it was more story than it was a wrestling match in that respect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, let's face it, you're really not going to get that much out of Rey Mysterio these days. As great as he still is.
Yeah.
50. He's old.
50 years old. I mean,
he's old in the athlete years.
Yeah, I will give him credit though. He can still go.
He can still go.
And the Jay versus Jimmy 3/4 fucking star.
So, okay, so I don't agree with his rating necessarily.
Oh, I definitely disagree with that rating.
How did you guys see it live? Or what did you guys see? What did you guys think about it on TV? Because I guess I have a
3/4 fucking star, dude.
Yeah, I think it was 1 3/4 or whatever. But anyways, I know that is 3/4. What did you guys think about seeing it on TV? Because I have a different view of it seeing it live.
it was.
Can I steal a Baja Blast?
Yes, of course.
We got him.
I wasn't about that match for the match quality of it. I was more invested into it for the story that it was. Baja Blast. I was more into it for the story that it was telling. So I would give it like at least a 3-star just because of the story that it told.
Yeah.
And like I said, just like the Rey Mysterio and Andrade match, it did what it needed to do, and I think it satisfied the fans that were watching.
Yeah, but I mean, just the stupid move that they had planned for me personally of, Jay being tricked into thinking that Jimmy was gonna turn and be allies with him again. That bugged me.
That they could have done with that. They definitely could have done without that.
Yeah,
I guess seeing it live, like Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Corey Graves are geniuses on the mic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So without the commentary, I'm just seeing a giant super kick fest.
Yeah, it's a giant super kick fest.
To me, and again, not hating on the competition, I've watched enough Young Bucks matches now. Yeah. I understand how it works.
Yeah.
They actually did a pre-lapse or a time-lapse video. There was actually, I think there was 2.5 minutes of straight just super kicks.
Yeah.
what they did on night 2 during the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match was more impactful, more exciting than their entire fucking singles match. And now, mind you, that was the match I expected to steal night 1.
Yeah.
I thought Jay and Jimmy Uso were going to steal itself because I love the Usos. The Usos are fucking amazing when you put them together.
Oh, yeah.
When you put them against each other, I felt like they had no chemistry that night. Or something was wrong, or something was, there was something off in the match. But
you could see it on Jimmy's face when.
I don't agree with a 3/4 star necessarily, but I would at least I would go higher than a 2.5. Storyline okay, but match quality, that was the weakest match of the entire weekend, in my opinion.
Yeah,
which it should have been the most exciting, in my opinion.
I'd keep it at a 3 for me. I'd keep it at higher. I mean,
around a 3. Yeah, I'd stick with a 3.
Yeah,
2 or 3. Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi taking on Damage Control, Asuka, Kairi Sane.
That match was good.
And Dakota Kai.
It was a good match, but it was I think it was a little short.
Yeah.
I feel as though Jay and Jimmy took a little more time than they
anticipated. Yeah.
I think that cut it short. Plus, don't forget what we got after.
Yeah. I mean, we got to see a little bit of what Jade could do and how great she looks and her presence is. But I wanted more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I don't feel like I got enough of Bianca or Naomi either. I felt like it was a lot of damage, which I love Damage Control.
I love Damage Control too.
You guys saw my signature. I love Damage Control.
Yeah.
I wanted more.
And again, I'm totally cool with how they're presenting Jade right now. I think they're doing a great job. I think she looks like more of a star than she ever has.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing her live, her presentation is...
Triple H knows how.
Her presentation is amazing.
Yeah. Triple H opposed to Tony Khan.
Huh?
Wasn't that her debut?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Friday night.
Tony Khan is a person that buys all sorts of toys, just doesn't know how to play with them. And Triple H knows how to... Triple H knows how to play with his toys.
But regarding that match... I would give it again. I would maybe give it like a 2.5, 3 star.
Okay.
I thought that I'm excited to see what more goes on with Damage Control at this point than I am with the other 3. I think we're all still expecting a Bianca Belair turn at some point. I think that would up her career going heel. I just imagine her going NXT Bianca again.
Yeah.
Which NXT Bianca was. Rather than the whipping your ponytail, the whole kiss my ass thing at the end.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Well, I mean, if they would have gotten 5 more minutes, that would have definitely probably had like a 3.5
star. Early, for star wise.
Yeah. And also, I feel like they kind of rushed Asuka spraying Kairi and Sane in the face with the wrist and stuff like that.
Yeah, that kind of looked rushed.
Sami Zayn and Gunther.
Wow.
That was not expecting that.
I don't think Gunther can have a bad match.
Wow. No, he can't. He's good.
What was the stars on that match?
The stars on that match was 4.5. I disagree. No. I disagree. 5 star.
I go 5 stars.
5 star, Dave Meltzer.
Just a 5 star that freaking Sammy did.
And a luva kick on the top rope while he's up there.
Yeah.
Into the original luva kick.
No, Let's rewind for about 30 seconds back to that brain buster.
That brain buster, dude.
That brain buster is outlawed in just about every single promotion except for in Japan.
That requires a lot of fucking trust.
Yeah, that's...
they pretty much did away with it when Samoa Joe injured Tyson Kidd.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the reason they got rid of the muscle buster in the first place, was because of the fact that Samoa Joe almost paralyzed Tyson Kidd.
And dropping him on that top.
But that just shows how professional both Sami Zayn and Gunther are, and how good they are in the ring.
Yeah.
Their chemistry together, everything. The fact that they can pull off those moves. And again, we all know The Undertaker and Kane are the only 2 that can ever do a pile driver in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess what? They just showed 2 guys that can pull off a brainbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You watch. I bet you you'll slowly, because there are a lot of people that can properly pull off a fucking pile driver.
There are far and few between them.
Yeah.
So let's get to the main event of the night.
Main event of the night.
That crazy motherfucking tag team match that we watched.
I don't agree with the rating just because of the story the match told.
4-star. Quality match, I would go 4. I mean, 4 stars is really good in my opinion. I think 4 stars is still good.
I think I go 4 1/4.
But I mean, like, I think
4 stars is good.
I think we can all agree though. The Bloodline story, hands down, has been the talk of the WWE and the wrestling world in general.
It's been talked about in every
3-4
corner.
years.
Dude, it's been talked about in every corner of the world, even outside of the WWE.
And I will say right now that if you didn't watch the Hall of Fame, please do yourself a favor.
I watched it.
Go and watch Paul Heyman's induction speech. If you don't watch any other part of it, watch Paul Heyman's.
I gotta watch the uncensored version of Paul Heyman's speech so I can actually hear him say, "Suck my fucking dick."
That was the greatest part of that speech. Like when he said that, we're just like,
I had to find
holy shit! You just said like, and like CM Punk really did like lean over and say like, dude, I think you're probably just getting canceled.
Yeah, he did. He did. I saw that.
Yeah, the Bloodline storyline by far is the best thing going, and after last night's SmackDown. And I know it's been talked about in the internet world. I would love to see a Bloodline Civil War. I love to see.
That's what me and Cody have been talking about.
I'm telling you right now, bring the Usos back together. And I love Jey Uso solo. That's the key part about bringing them back together.
So now,
but bring the Usos back for a short period of time. When Roman Reigns comes back, he joins the Usos. They take on the final boss, Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa, with Paul Heyman in their corner.
What now?
Paul Heyman now. Because we saw Solo Sikoa smash Paul Heyman's phone when he was calling the
Yeah. We watched that just before you.
So
yeah.
So my question is though, what side of the fence is Jacob Fatu gonna fall on if he gets brought in, and possibly Zilla if he ever gets brought in anytime soon?
I guess we'll have to wait and see because we didn't even know. Personally, I thought we were going to get Jacob Fatu before we were going to get.
I thought we were going to
because the rumor was that Tama Tonga was supposed to be going to NXT, and the Good Brothers were supposed to be bringing him up and helping out with promos and in-ring action. So that's why Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were down there to kind of reform the Bullet Club a little bit. But again, obviously that didn't happen, and Tama Tonga is now in the WWE as a Bloodline member. Mm-hmm. Going back to this is a 4 3/4 rating.
So talk about this next.
So what do we think about Randy Orton and Kevin Owens?
Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, the golf cart riding down to the fucking ring was where we'll start talking about this back to.
I'll tell you right now that being live at that SmackDown was what?
Oh, you're good. You're good. You go in. We're a random, entry podcast. We don't really have a script.
But finishing up on our conversation on that main event, though, the 4 3/4. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at night too. Sorry, 4 stars. My match quality was. I thought it was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It was fun.
Watching it live, and again, like I said earlier, like to see The Rock for the first time in all my years watching wrestling. Yeah. Was fucking cool.
I don't know if you saw our live reaction stream that we did to WrestleMania Night 1. I was fucking absolutely losing
that fire bowl and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was losing my.
I even said to my sister, I was like, that thing they're bringing out for Cody and Seth's pyros. I go, it looks like a bowl.
Yeah.
I go, can you imagine they set that thing on fire? And sure enough, I was like, holy shit, I was right. And she goes, actually, no. I go, that's the only thing you've gotten right the entire weekend. I'm like, yeah. All my other predictions have been shit, by the way.
No, dude, I yelled, this is fucking shit at my TV probably 1,000 times.
I'm not going to lie, though, when they split off and you had Roman and Cody up on the stage, you had Rock and Rollins out in the crowd.
Yeah, go for it.
I was so fucking confused. I was like, I don't know which one to watch right now.
I know.
I don't know where to go.
It was all over.
Roman and Cody were closer to me, but I'm like, I want to know what Rock and Rollins are doing because it's...
Yeah.
But I'll say right now, though, everyone made fun of Rock about how winded he was getting during some of his promos, when he did the People's Elbow, some of the Rock bombs he gave out, like, coming back. I thought he could still go.
Yeah.
I thought he looked good.
Rock looked good.
Yeah.
He
like
looked
the
real
"You
good.
Still Have It" chant. I mean, I would start that now if I had a voice, but
he's a lot bigger than back in the.
I mean, The Rock is a weird specimen of human being. He always has been, always will be, and I mean, they even make fun of it in every single movie that he's
fucking
in.
stem cells in Mexico, man, they fucking work wonders.
Overall, WrestleMania Night 1. What do you guys think?
I think
5
4
stars.
Really, 5?
5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars. Greatest WrestleMania Night 1 ever.
I would go with
out of
4.
all the WrestleManias that they've been doing 2 nights. All right, 4.5 stars. I guess 5 stars. That's a little overzealous.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go. 4.5.
Well, as far as like, since they've been splitting up WrestleMania to 2 nights, that's probably one of the best night 1 WrestleManias ever.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Hands down. Yeah.
Hands down.
I would say 4 just because of the 2 tag matches that were lacking, and then the Jimmy and Jay Uso fight. I think those are 2, 1, 3.
The crowd was kind of cold too.
Yeah.
It was fucking cold, and I can't get into it.
But I'll give them credit though. They had an amazing intro to WrestleMania. Their mid cards where they're supposed to be, not overpowering the
main event.
Exactly. And then the main event absolutely
killed it.
Yeah. I'd say 4 stars on that.
I full-heartedly 100% agree. Give it 4 stars as well.
All right, you got me 4 stars.
I mean, I think if you combine the 2 nights together, there's not a doubt in my mind, and I don't think it's cliche to say that this is possibly one of the best WrestleManias in 40 years.
Hands down.
Like from top to bottom, like regardless of how the matches were, like obviously we were very critical about the Uso match. From top to bottom, you don't have a bad match on that card.
No.
You don't have a bad... Like I was saying, WrestleMania 33, the best match I saw was Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Don't get me wrong, it was a good match.
Yeah.
But I got other matches like Austin Aries versus Neville.
That was...
I got an injured Undertaker retiring to Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns got booed out of the building on the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
Yep. I got the Fatal 4-Way Raw Women's Tag Team match was great. I love Bayley. Then you had a 6-pack SmackDown Women's Championship. Great. It was awesome that Naomi got her championship in her hometown, but it was like, that was just a lame match.
Yeah.
And there was like, I think the other Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. Dude, I want that was my peak break. Just the worst thing though. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
No, go ahead.
The Miz and Maurice taking on John Cena and Nikki Bella with John Cena proposing at the end. Fucking gave me with a spoon now. I'm watching fucking wrestling. I get it's a soap opera, but I don't want to see that shit.
No.
Do that backstage.
I don't want to see that shit. I don't need to see that shit in the ring. I knew it wasn't real anyways. No. We all knew how Nikki Bella and John Cena had their issues.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that in the middle of the ring. That was absolute garbage. I enjoyed the Miz more than I enjoyed Cena at that point. Anyways, I completely agree though. 4 stars, night 1. But being there,
4.5.
Hey, that's 4. That's good though. I mean, it was a great card.
Yeah.
Being there though, again, the experience of being there, seeing Rhea Ripley's entrance live, being able to see Becky Lynch's entrance with her book excerpts, which again, by the way, buy Becky Lynch's book. It's freaking amazing. Or just go listen to it free on Spotify.
Whichever we are right.
Whichever you prefer. I like all the plugs we're giving them. Do we get credit for this? But again, I agree with what Rishi was saying too, and I think that overall night 1 was probably better than some WrestleManias.
It's hands down.
Like, dare we say WrestleMania 20?
You see, you can't bash on WrestleMania 20 though. They had good matches in there.
They did have good.
And as much as that WrestleMania got Benoit, but you can't take away from that triple threat.
That was a good match.
You can't take away from Eddie and Kurt. You can't take away from that moment at the end with Benoit and Guerrero hugging at the end. As much as you can hate Benoit, and I despise him because of what he did.
Great worker. But
that moment was amazing.
Yeah.
I would say Kane versus Undertaker was pretty decent. Cena versus Big Show, as weird as it was, I kind of enjoyed it.
I did like that match.
And it was fun to see the Dr. Thugonomics.
That was fun. I'm just so bitter about that WrestleMania because fucking Lesnar and Goldberg, them stubborn cunts, had to fucking just be assholes.
Yeah.
But see, now Richie, out of all people, know how I feel about both Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
I despise Goldberg. I think Goldberg is a piece of shit. I do not like him as a human being. I think he's a shitty actor. I think he's a shitty wrestler. Okay, great.
I just liked him because he was strong as
Spare Jack Everpin. Great. We get it. We get the hype. I'm sorry, I was a Stone Cold Steve Austin guy. I thought you were knocking off Stone Cold Steve
I
Austin.
was the Stone Cold Steve Austin guy.
I grew up in the Attitude Era. I rooted for WWE, minus, I love Jericho and Rey Mysterio and all them. But I was a WWE guy growing up. Hands down. Hated WCW. Liked what they did for some things. But Goldberg, I never liked Goldberg. I hated how they brought him in and then he went out in 20. But I hated how you made him take off guys like Kevin Owens, The Fiend. Like, you had these guys on these huge runs of points, and you had to put fucking Goldberg in there and win the championship? Go fuck yourself, Vince McMahon.
And you have him squash Lesnar in a minute in 6
okay. That one I was actually okay with.
Yeah.
But
okay. I was okay with that because at that time I was about tired of Brock Lesnar being a part-timer.
I'm sorry, your main event, you gave me Degeneration X versus... Oh, no. That wasn't... I'm sorry. You finally gave me Goldberg versus Undertaker. You fucked that one up.
Oh, that was bad.
He's just a sweaty mess.
You fucking almost killed him.
He was telling himself coming out of their locker room. He was bleeding before he even got to his entrance.
Yeah, and he gave himself a concussion doing his corner spot that he shouldn't have been fucking doing ever.
Okay, so let's get to night 2 because I'm telling you right now, Goldberg gets me about as pissed off as Love and Thunder.
All right.
Night 2.
Let's get into it.
Drew McIntyre, Seth freaking fucking Rollins. Let me tell you right now, those two had the best entrances in the show this year.
Wild. Hands down.
But I'll tell you right now, hats off to Seth Rollins because that man had probably, even though he lost, that man had the best WrestleMania out of anyone.
Yeah.
And that includes Cody Rhodes. His storylines at Mania this year came full circle. He came full circle, and you could tell on the emotion.
So many ways.
You tell by the emotion on his face when he lost the championship to Drew.
Yeah.
And then when he shook Cody's hand at the end of the night, he was the MVP of WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And there was no better way to have gone on his hiatus than the way that he went out. And again, hats off to Seth freaking Rollins because...
Dude, you think about it, that's kind of going out on top in a way.
Yeah. So it pisses me off that Dave Meltzer gave him a 3.5 stars on this.
I know!
Because to me, I would give it to 4 to 4.5. Yeah. I wouldn't go 5. 4, 4.5. Just everything that happened in that match alone. Like, you have the storyline between Punk... I'm sorry. Before we get to Punk, you have the Rollins-McIntyre history.
Yeah.
You have Drew wanting to win his championship in front of a live audience, which he full-heartedly deserved. I watched WrestleMania 36 during the pandemic, and my God, I was just like, this is weird. Weird.
Yeah.
Like the Firefly Funhouse match was fun, but like everything else, like I could hear breathing, and it was just you needed.
You hear him calling spot.
But
yeah,
and Drew definitely deserved a run, and he's the one. I feel like he's one of the ones, other than maybe Bailey and Banks, that got us through the pandemic. And he deserved his moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
The storyline, but then let's add the Second City Sanctuary. Let's add the voice of the voiceless.
Yeah.
Let's add Mr. Phil Brooks, Pepsi Phil, CM Punk himself.
Yeah.
Or as the people on the other channel, like Fragile Phil. Fragile Phil's a bigger star injured than half of your roster healthy.
So let me tell you right now that the whole weekend, Punk chants were crazy.
Oh, I can imagine.
The CM Punk chants were insane. And when his music hit on night 2, for him to come down and commentate alongside those 3 legends.
This one nuts. If there was a room that got blown off.
Dude, like that's an understatement.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Punk, I would say, probably got the best other than Cody Rhodes, probably got the best crowd reaction out of anyone else.
Oh yeah,
in the WWE this weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, as a side note, it was my first time ever seeing CM Punk live.
Ooh.
As well as the Row. So, again, it was extra special. I was super excited. I've always been a CM Punk fan. Yes, I was a little salty when he left because I was such a fan.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that he was apologizing to when he came back in his promo.
We all were. Well, I mean, he grew up when he was born a year. He was born the year after CM Punk made his debut in ECW. No.
Yeah. So back to that, I'm kind of pissed off about Meltzer's rating. I really think that Rollins and Drew at least deserved a 4 to 4.5. I would say 4. Just storyline alone.
Yeah. I'd say around 4 for that one. I'd say 4.
But let's talk about the other part of this.
4 and
let's talk about Damian
Priest fucking
cashing in his Money in the Bank finally.
Your Money in the Bank.
Well, now he is Senior World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Senior.
Dude, let me tell you right now, that man got his flowers. I've never heard Damian Priest get that loud of a crowd reaction.
Yeah.
That crowd went crazy when his music hit. And what I can tell you, it probably was comparable to CM Punk's crowd.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No question to ask. Like, I did not think for 2 seconds that Damian Priest was going to get the reaction he was. I thought he was going to get booed out.
He got a pop.
Oh, he got a huge pop.
They call that a Road Warrior pop. Do you think that was a Road Warrior pop?
That was louder than the Road.
You think that was a Road Warrior? That was
louder. Damian Priest definitely deserves it. I think he's a workhorse. I think he's
a beast.
He's ready to rock.
He deserves a push.
I'm excited to see what's coming for him, and I think that Judgment Day, by SummerSlam, my prediction,
will have a bunch of gold.
Or they're going to disband.
Yeah.
I honestly think that, sometime after Backlash, going into maybe Money in the Bank,
what do you think about that?
They might disband. Because think about this. They're already pissed off at Dom Dom.
Yeah.
Rhea's a bigger star than she ever deserved.
Yeah.
I mean, she deserves. She's bigger than she ever thought she was going to be.
Oh, yeah. She never.
Priest is bigger than he's ever got to be.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, give Baylor some sort of push. I love the Baylor. And Phil Baylor.
Bring back the fucking demon.
And also, JD McDonough. JD McDonough's a good dude. He's a workhorse. I think he deserves a little bit better than getting beat on every single night.
He's not a fucking jobber.
I say, depending on where we're at, disband Judgment Day, let some of these guys go on. Even if you want to tag Dom Dom and JD up or JD and Finn up for a little bit, I'm cool with that. But I don't think you need the whole faction anymore. I think Rhea's good on her own. I think Liv Morgan coming back with her Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, I think that's going to be fun.
That's going
to be the way she destroyed Rhea Ripley. I think that storyline's going to be fun.
Yeah, we saw Liv Morgan down in Glens Falls.
But yeah,
Oscar.
I think that that first match set night 2 off on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Bobby Lashley and the Prophets taking on the Final Testament.
Love that trio, the Prophets and Bobby Lashley.
So what do you think of the match?
I don't think I watched the match.
Lacking,
I unfortunately did not get to see the match. I
didn't either.
Probably closing my registers down when that match was going. I think you were sending me.
Yeah, I'll send you updates. I felt like it was really lacking. I mean, the only upside was seeing Bubba. That was basically it.
So
Bubba was the referee. That's right.
So Metzler gave it 1 3/4 stars. I don't necessarily agree with it being that low. I would give it maybe 2.5.
Yeah, that's about where
I've seen
the flip side. The little bits of pieces I've seen about it, I give it 2.
So I think my big spots in that, I thought that Scarlett and B-Fab actually, weirdly enough, might have stolen the hype from that match when they went through the tables together. I think for those 2 girls to not have taken a lot of bumps, I think that was a high spot.
That's definitely a high spot on the table, for sure, especially if you're ladies.
And let's face it, the Street Profits are always fun to watch, regardless of what kind of match they're in.
I like
Montez Ford, he's hysterical. He's fun to watch. Angelo Dawkins, he's gotten so much better in the ring.
Those are the guys. Those are the you don't want the smoke guys, right? Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, to me, Lashley was kind of lacking.
Why am I thinking?
And as much as he wanted to get on the card, I felt like him and Cross should have ran the match, and I felt like there was one point where I was like, "Where the hell did Karrion Cross go? He like disappeared, or he was like dead on the outside under a table or something." I don't know. And I like AOP, but I like Final Testament, and I think that them attacking Frazier and Axiom in NXT after they won the tag team belts from Corbin and Breaker was a good choice.
Yeah.
I think give AOP and Karrion Cross a little bit more development. I mean, hell, they have fucking Paul Ellering with them.
Yeah.
You know what?
I know, like
Paul
the manager of managers.
But my thing is too, WWE needs to start airing some of these promos that Cross does on his Twitter and on his Instagram, because I'll tell you right now, I think that's
he cuts better promos on Twitter than he does on TV.
I don't know if either of you guys were familiar with any of his promos that he did during the pandemic and when he got fired.
I used to watch his promos in TNA. Some of his promos in TNA were fire.
Yeah. But the stuff that he did during the pandemic and after he got fired was the thing that brought him back to the dance.
I watched a lot of his I watched a lot of his YouTube videos and his Twitch videos that he would put out because he was streaming and stuff then when he got fired.
And at this point,
I even see him on Oral Sessions with Renee Paquette.
At this point now, I want NXT Karrion Cross back from 2019.
He was
or whatever he was.
Jesus
Christ.
Like,
I want that Karrion Cross back. Give me that Karrion Cross.
Late 2019, early 2020.
Give me that Karrion Cross versus Bobby Lashley. Cool. I wasn't sold.
When he first crossed the line from TNA to WWE.
Yeah. I like the faction. I wasn't sold on those two teams against each other.
Yeah. The execution.
Like, I feel like Bobby Lashley and Street Profits are great for them to go against, but the chemistry just wasn't there. Like, they didn't mesh. There was something about it so I kind of give it that 2.5 star.
I give it 2.5.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go into a third section on this because this is bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Bathroom break.
Bathroom breaks, yep.
Yeah, bathroom break.
Yeah, 85 minutes. All right.
That's not the longest podcast in a while, Cody.
Yeah, I know. So
still light out.
So we're probably we're gonna do this last one and combine the intro or is it the outro into it. Oh, my legs. Oh god.
I thought I was gonna stand up for a second.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm busting these. Oh god. How am I gonna do this?
Zach, so what did you think of the preview of?
Oh boy. What in the fuck is going on here? There we go. There we go. There, perfect. I can fit. Oh my god. Man, it's still light out.
That's crazy.
Oh, I gotta take a piss.
Slowing out.
I know.
Weird day.
Oh,
I had to drive in this shit. I had to drive in this shit.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Like, the third thing we left for Philadelphia was they were like that foot of snow. And I'm like, nothing was plowed yet. The drive to fucking platform was terrible. Jesus. We were going 5 miles per hour all the way up.
Man, I was holding that one for like 3 segments.
Jesus. Holy shit. Pat Carter.
What's that?
I saw Pat Carter finish up. That too. I can see where you guys get the tangents. I can see that. We got so many tangents.
Oh, now you're off camera. You're not anywhere near a camera now. You're slow.
You just sneak it in.
Oh, boy.
That's why I said. That's why I said. Good one. Yeah.
She knows the older one fucking gets high. She knows.
The standing right there one day. No, that was
Yep, that was Tracy. Well, yeah, he's the baby. And Mama found out that he smoked, I'd die because it would be my fault. Which is not, it's his brother's. I blame it on Zachary. What? I don't care that he does it because he did grade A pretty much on the roll suit. So that's.
What do you blame on me?
Congratulations on that, by the way. I meant to say that. Yeah, all of this.
Riley, I need the camera out in the living room now.
Within a few years, there's signing spots already.
It must be my humble abode by my 200-year-old apartment building.
There we go. It's a place, right?
Dude, this place is like a mansion compared to some of the apartments in fucking Saranac Lake.
Oh, gosh.
Like, half a Broadway.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't get the Highway Marina shirt,
Hello? Can anybody hear me over there?
No, we can't hear you over there. Sorry, we're bathroom breaking.
Hey, by the way,
Shit. I don't. What? I blame you for everything. I blame you for him smoking. Shut your face.
You made me.
Oh, I thought. Oh, God.
I didn't want here to say it so last year. Here, take your brother back. All right. Fuck you. I blame you for everything. You're the oldest. I mean, it's kind of my fault too, so. Yeah, I don't know what's my fault, but sure, I'll take some of the blame. I created both of you.
So, probably last segment, we're going to do last segment and the outro together to try and save
time.
Yeah. Just hopefully it'll all be okay to upload later.
It's a long ass.
We're not going way over, but we should be fine. We're not as bad as our other one where we did like a 2 hour. Yes.
I think we're almost at 2 hours.
No,
That's a good one.
we're at about 85 minutes. So about
we're
an
under
hour
2
15.
We're under 2 hours.
Right? 15 is an hour. Yeah. No. Hour 25. So, I don't know.
All right, let's get back into it.
Yeah. All right.
This is like work.
All right.
This is like
is he coming back in or is he?
Are you coming back?
I'm gonna let you go first then.
We need a bigger podcast.
I'll let you go first then. Yeah, it works though. For now until we get a studio.
Oh, jeez.
So we get our own studio.
Shit, we ever start making money out of this, I'm going to buy a house.
All right.
Fucking garage. The podcast studio will be above the garage.
Yeah, we're at 85 minutes, so hopefully
where I have bitches working on cars.
We can get to upload, which should be fine. But we'll just combine, like I said, this segment and the outro together. And
So we just have 4 more matches to go.
You know how hard it was to podcast for like 13 episodes without videos?
Oh my God. That was brutal. And then trying to do only 15-minute segments exactly with this laptop. This laptop is absolute garbage.
Now we just use the laptop for chat.
Yeah. And then we hope that if we do go over 15 minutes per segment, that it'll save, which it has so far. So
this computer's been doing really well.
So, yeah, we'll go into it. Let's get it. All right. And we're back for this segment.
Sorry, we needed a much-needed piss break.
Amen. All right. Night 2 continued. Let's do this.
LA Knight, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
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 That match was great.
Meltzer gave it 3.5 stars.
I didn't. I caught the tail. Did we catch the tail end of that match, or did we miss that? Or did I miss that one?
You
missed that one.
I don't like all of AJ Styles matches, and AJ Styles is one of the greatest. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just feel like some of the build for his matches, and the one that pops in my head the most is the one versus Shinsuke, when Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble.
Oh wait, well,
Yeah.
I just feel like every time AJ Styles is like some high profile match, for some reason it just doesn't live up to the hype, and he has better matches on SmackDown and Raw.
See, he shits the bed during paper.
And I don't think it's him, and I don't think it's LA Knight. I think it's the way it's booked, and I mean, to me personally, that should have opened the show.
Yeah.
I don't I get that you needed Rollins later on the show, but I feel like LA Knight versus AJ Styles should open the show because you would have gotten. I mean, don't get me wrong, you had a huge crowd pop in the beginning of the match, or in the beginning match, but to be able to hear all those people say, yeah, at the beginning, give LA Knight his flowers, I feel as though that would have opened up WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I feel the whole rivalry's been kind of trash, to be honest with you. I feel like, I mean, how many times do I need to hear AJ Styles, well, you walked over my dead body so you could tag with John Cena, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get it. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over
bitter about it.
Move on. You guys had your little thing. But now we're going to get a repeat because they both won their respective triple threats.
Yeah.
So it's I kind of want to be done with AJ Styles versus LA Knight. AJ Styles can have a lot more rivalries where he shouldn't be the primary talker.
Yeah.
Even though LA Knight's the primary talker in this, it was like a 50-50. And I like it better
more
on LA Knight than it was AJ Styles.
I agree.
Yeah.
As far as the ring match, I thought it was good. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of disagree. I kind of agree with the 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I'm out 3 for that one.
You guys saw the match, so I can't comment or speculate. So I will agree with your guys' agreement.
I will agree. I'll go 3 on it. I'll give them
Triple threat United States Championship match.
This match I saw.
Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, the Viper, Randy Orton.
I think the highlight of that was. I think the highlight of that match was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens riding down the freaking golf cart.
So now, mind you, to see on SmackDown, if you guys watched SmackDown before Mania, that whole stint that they did with Theory and Waller and Logan Paul, the golf cart, was hysterical to watch live because at one point you see Randy and KO, they're in the ring, and then they're going out to Lincoln Field, and all of a sudden Logan Paul is in the ring, and I'm just like, what is going on? And then the turnabout. But yeah, I agree. The entrance with the golf cart was classic.
It's like Kevin Owens got 2 entrances. He did his entrance with the golf cart, and then he heard Randy's music, and he threw it in reverse and backed her right up.
The match itself for me, and it was good. It was good. I felt like it was lacking in some areas. I felt like. I mean,
there was a couple spots that were hit or.
Meltzer gave it 4.25 stars.
That might be a little too generous.
So we spoke about it before. I think Logan Paul, as much as I despise the dude,
I don't like him either.
I think he's a trash human. I can't wait for his brother to get knocked out by Mike Tyson.
Go Iron.
As much as I hate to admit it,
yes, sir.
Logan Paul is a star in WWE.
Yeah, he is.
He's one of those. He's like the Miz was when he first started. He has that face you just want to punch.
Yeah.
But he understands every aspect of
his in-ring knowledge is ridiculous.
And dude, he's like a 1 in a million. He's like MJF. He's a generational talent.
And let's face it, you put him in there with 2 veterans, and as much as I hate to admit it, having the United States Championship with national exposure from Logan Paul isn't a bad thing.
No.
And for me personally, the highlight actually,
dude, the millions and millions and millions of followers he has, he probably. Yes, I like what you did there.
You should. I think the highlight for me was definitely Randy Orton slamming the Logan Paul's crony there and the prime bottle onto the table. I thought,
dude,
I think Randy Orton does his goal.
No, dude, the Spartan kick. Randy kicked him so hard Randy almost fell down.
It's nice to see Randy Orton having fun.
Randy Orton was having a fucking blast, dude. When him and Kevin Owens were doing the when they were throwing their turns, fucking backdropping him on the table.
It was comedic. It was really comedic for us.
It was like the perfect blend of comedy, serious, and drama.
I would go with a 4-star in that match.
4-star.
I don't think the in-ring was as wonderful as it possibly could have been, but again, I don't honestly think that's what they were booking it for.
No. It
gave you your high spots, but it wasn't what it was made for.
3.5, 4, somewhere. That's where I'm at.
It was a perfect. It was a perfect table setter for the semi and main event.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a booking like this, you really want your opening match and your main event to overlook your freaking mid cards.
Right, you want the first match to get the crowd fired up. The mid card matches to keep them warm, and then you're fucking.
You want them out of their seats in that main event. You want them out of their seats.
You don't want to wear them out.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm going to take a match and I'm going to politely prove your theory wrong.
Okay.
Because the next match is Bayley versus Io Sky.
Okay, yeah.
And so I kind of told you guys already how I feel about both Bayley and Io Sky / Io Shirai.
Goats.
I think that both of them are fantastic. Bayley's longevity The leadership she brings to the locker room, everything she does in the ring is solid.
First ballot Hart.
And as I said before, I feel like she just got better during the pandemic, and I feel like her and Sasha Banks really ran the pandemic.
Yeah, hands down.
Io Sky, this was by far, and she's had some banger matches. She's had some crazy spots in some of her banger matches. This was Io Sky's best match to date.
Hands down. I would agree with that 110%.
And regardless,
showing for sure.
I think regardless who had won that match, both ladies put on an amazing match. Like I would put it right up there almost with Rhea and Becky. I think Rhea and Becky could have brought it more if they weren't in the conditions they were in.
Yeah, hands down.
Bayley and Io killed it. Like, they might have both their best matches. To be perfectly honest, Bayley's had some quarter matches.
Dude,
you got 4.5 for that match. So
I'm at a 4.5. I'm at a 4.5.
Both were fantastic. I've like I said, Bayley winning was definitely the right choice.
Yeah.
But the flowers to Io. I think Io had the best match of her career.
Hands down.
That was amazing.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Io, by the way, if you ever watch this.
Io, we hope all of you watch.
By the way, I would like to say Dakota Kai actually had the whatchamacallit things on that Roman Reigns wears.
Yeah.
I went up to her, I go, King Coda, I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. You are my new tribal chief. And she goes, let's go. I want that.
New tribal chief. I vote for you.
But yeah, I'm at 4.5 for that match.
4.5 is solid 4.5. It was a banger.
That brings us to the finale.
The finale. The
if I can say,
overbooked goodness that it was.
But if I can say, Roman Reigns, 4 years.
Hats off.
I acknowledge you 110%. That was an amazing 4-year run.
And again, we still acknowledge you on the podcast ever since day one.
Ish.
Day one.
I love it.
I love
it. Best podcast ever.
I love the Bloodline story. It kept me entertained. And, I was one of those ones after WrestleMania 33 that was booing Roman out of the Amway Center in Orlando. I have never not liked Roman, but I've always thought Roman was stale.
Yeah.
And as much as the pandemic sucked for many, I felt like it really sparked a few. And like I said, Bayley and Sasha Banks, I think was two of them.
Absolutely.
Drew McIntyre. But Roman Reigns.
Fuck.
When he went out with when he had to go because of leukemia acting up and stuff like that, I think that gave you the first, holy shit, this guy's all right. We want to feel for him now.
Yeah.
Because let's all face it. That dog food segment with Baron Corbin.
Bad.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
I mean, that was garbage.
Bad.
That was absolute shit. And
so bad.
For him, when he came back, and now, mind you, I was pissed because I really wanted to see Bray Wyatt have his run.
Yeah.
They made the right choice in the long run of things. And Roman's, no pun intended, Roman's reign was monumental.
Hands down.
I would not have been surprised if he had defeated Cody. I know that people wanted him to beat Hogan's record. I can't remember how far he was away from that.
He was 100 days away because Hogan was 1,400.
Basically, I think if he won at SummerSlam, or regardless if he won or lost at SummerSlam would have been he would have surpassed Hogan's record.
Yeah.
Or something like that, or Night Champions or whatever it is. I think all aspects of the Roman Cody match worked. They were fantastic. Meltzer gave it 4 3/4 stars. I honestly, that would be my 1 5-star match of the night. Roman and Cody killed it.
Hands down.
Both of their entrances, from Cody's mask to Roman having a live orchestra playing him out.
I posted on my Snapchat story again.
Fuck.
Hogan's title run was 1,474 days. His first one.
So to have the match that you had between the two in the beginning, hands down to both of them. I mean, the Jay and Jimmy Uso, we got into that. I think that was the best spot of Jay and Jimmy's WrestleMania moments.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that spear off the fucking.
I thought that was amazing.
Jesus Christ! That
and
was...
even Jimmy was saying he's like I'm fucking hurting today, but it's like I'm here. That was the next on Monday.
And you know what? As I said, you cannot have WrestleMania without John Cena coming in. At least one little.
You know, mind you, I talked to thousands of people, and they're like, "What do you think the surprise are going to be?" Like, I was like, "I don't know." And everyone's like, "What about John Cena?" I was like, "John Cena's taping Peacemaker right now. Yeah. John Cena can't take bumps. He can't. No one said he couldn't take a rock bottom.
Yeah, that's true."
So so Rock comes out. We're like, "Oh fuck, okay, here we go." I would expect Austin. When Cena came out, it was perfect timing. The stare down, the rock bottom.
Yeah.
Reignited rivalry.
Like, the fucking crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
Like, no one thought they were going to hear the Cena music, trumpets, and everything like that.
That was an amazing rest spot. That was. That was a good rest spot.
But I'll tell you, and again, here in the Glass Shatter was talking the city. Everyone wanted to hear.
Yeah, we called John Cena, but we were fucking sitting there waiting. When's Austin coming out?
Yeah,
but I'll tell you,
and then the lights went out.
I'll tell you, when you heard the gong, you saw Rock's face.
Yeah.
The only part that bothers me about that part of the storyline, and again, this is on a storyline perspective. This is my point of view.
Yeah,
is that why Taker? And regardless if they got Austin or not, why Taker? What story did he? My only thought now that I'm thinking about it, Roman ended his career.
Yeah, and then
I just thought about that.
Well, didn't Taker also tombstone Rock on top of a limo and all sorts of other weird shit?
But I'm thinking more of the fact that he had a bad match against Roman. Roman beat him for a second loss in WrestleMania history, and he's going well. It's not taking it out of him, but he's helping Roman at the same time. He's helping Cody defeat the Bloodline. He's against the Bloodline.
My only theory for that was like Rock saying that he's the final boss.
And Undertaker realized
the Undertaker's
streak. I mean,
he's technically the final boss.
He's the gatekeeper of fucking WrestleMania. The Undertaker was.
I think
he was the gatekeeper to the main event of WrestleMania.
To me, Taker meant more than Austin.
And that.
Because Undertaker's synonymous with WrestleMania.
And no one really, I mean, honestly, after his Hall of Fame speech, I think you're going to see glimpses of him here and there. But
yeah. But you got to watch him on Tony Hawk's podcast. Yeah. Dude, that was, he did one podcast. I can't remember. It was Joe Rogan's podcast, and then he went right over next door to Tony Hawk's, and Tony Hawk has got a podcast with that bald, tattooed head Australian skateboarder. I can't remember what the fuck his name is, but it was a good podcast.
But
that match though, and full-heartedly, I don't care which way it would have gone. I'm glad Cody won. Props to Cody. I think Cody is 100% the guy.
Oh, yeah. But you could hear the emotion in frickin' Samantha's voice when she announced.
So I'm going to get into that for 2 seconds. Let me tell you right now that Samantha Irvin, she made this weekend like
she's the goal.
And I hate all the criticism that you see around the internet world.
Samantha Irvin.
I don't understand how you can tell me. And Howard Finkel's a legend. Howard Finkel.
Howard Finkel.
But how can you tell me that? Again, I can't. I don't want to compare the two. But to me, Samantha Irvin's emotion when she announces people to the ring means so much more. Like, who the hell is going to get pissed about how someone calls Chelsea Green down to the ring?
Yeah.
Other than someone who is emotionally invested in their ring announcer.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit when Mike Rowan calls Chelsea Green down to the ring. But when Samantha Irvin calls Chelsea Green down to the ring,
cares.
It means something. It's saying, Chelsea, I'm not going to do it, but you know guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It means more.
It means a lot.
So for her to have been emotional when Sami Zayn won, when Cody won.
Yeah. It made that match.
Can we all agree that Samantha Irvine is a reincarnated female version of the Fink?
I hate to say it, I think she's better than Fink. I think she's better than Lillian Garcia. I think she's better than Mike Rome, and I think she's better than
hands down.
I think honestly, to me personally, I think she's the best.
I think she's right up there with legendary ring announcers like obviously Howard Finkel, Michael and Bruce Buffer.
Yeah. But again, it's just the emotion she puts into it.
She's amazing. She is fucking amazing.
She made that main event win. Like you could feel.
Yeah. It gave me chills more than watching Cody celebrating with everyone.
Yeah. So definitely 5 stars to that main event for me personally, hands down. I knocked it out of the fucking park.
I just wish that WWE and AEW could have sat down and came to some sort of agreement and let his brother come in and help.
So I have one question for you guys. Now, mind you, my mind went crazy. When I heard Sierra Hotel, India, Echo,
dude, I thought it was Delta. I thought Dean Ambrose was going to be in the crowd. I was like, "What the fuck did they get Moxley?"
I thought Moxley was coming out the crowd, and we're looking around, and obviously it was Rollins who came out from under the ring or wherever he came out from.
He said he was going to be the Shield,
but I'll tell you right now,
made more sense.
Everyone was looking around, and the spotlight was just going around the crowd. So I don't know if you guys saw it live, but the spotlight was going around. We're like, okay, where's Moxley right now? Moxley's coming out. Moxley's coming out right now. And now, mind you, if they weren't going to have Dustin come out, they weren't going to have Moxley come out.
Yeah.
But fuck. To hear the Shield entrance is chilling.
Yeah, that was insane.
To see it pop up on the Titantron. Because when the music started, it was Troy at the Titantron. And I was like, Cody.
We in the crowd might have gone a little crazy because we saw everyone going up towards the camera guys that were going up towards the stage. So, who's coming out now? And then we heard that, and then all the spotlights started going around. But they had the Titantron come up right before they hit the Sierra part, and we're like, "Oh fuck, the Shield!" And then. Yeah.
Rollins.
But again, I agree. To me, that was a 5-star match.
5-star.
Everyone involved in that main event
made it.
Probably the most emotional main event I've ever watched.
Hands down.
And, again, to our new WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Universal Champion, or WWE Champ for short.
The American Nightmare.
The motherfucking American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Congratulations to him.
What fucking character progression for him, dude.
And by the way, just to give everyone a heads up, Cody Rhodes was handed back his watch that he gave The Rock on Monday Night Raw. That's what the gift was.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes bought Rolexes for all 4 men involved in the main event of night 1, and The Rock gave Cody back his watch. That's what the handoff was, by the way. FYI.
That's what it was.
Well, I'm going to end this segment before we lose it, possibly, so we'll be right back for the outro, ladies and gentlemen. We are at, 105 minutes?
Holy God.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this will all work together. I'm really hoping this will export and because there's gonna be a lot of editing tonight. Yeah, I know. You can save it. There we go. Good enough. Perfect.
Is that when you're done?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the longest one. We ever become famous, we're gonna hire you to be our third.
Actually,
this one.
Actually, I kind of wanted to ask. Whenever you have time, do you want to come on the podcast as a regular?
I'd love to.
I love this shit.
I love to. And again,
well, because we want to do an all wrestling channel too.
Dude, I could do it all day.
Dude, we love something because we would love to have you.
I'm beyond passionate about wrestling, so we used to piss people off because that's all we talk about. Dude, can you fucking talk about anything else other than fucking wrestling for 2 fucking songs?
Corey would get so mad. Corey would get so upset. And the Tan didn't care. Because me and Tan used to watch wrestling together back in the day.
He secretly enjoyed it. I don't care what he said.
Tan wouldn't hop in anything. I mean, Tan would kind of get into the conversations a little bit, but Tan didn't.
But you could have easily gotten Herbie and Chris into it, though. Holzer and Chris. Oh, wow. Herbie and Holzer would have gotten into it. They were talking. They actually were texting me a couple times. And they were like, "Holy shit, dude! That's like you're fun and fun."
I saw Holzer a few days ago. Him and Doug popped into Advanced, played Warzone with Herbie and Shaggy the other night.
Oh, how's Shaggy doing? I forgot about him.
Shaggy's Shaggy's
No,
doing
I'm good. Thank you.
I played with him.
I'll never sleep tonight.
Shaggy likes the podcast.
I played with Shaggy.
Shaggy was giving me.
By the way, best picture I got all weekend.
Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
Now-
If he's not inducted into the Hall of
So
Fame
mind you,
at some point.
He's
Michael
retiring,
Cole-
isn't he?
I don't know.
I heard he was retiring this
Soonish.
year.
So Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee's crew were staying in my hotel.
Really?
This is Friday.
Is that the hotel lobby?
This is Friday. So we're walking down. I don't recognize Pat McAfee's crew,
Right.
unfortunately. And Michael Cole and McAfee, maybe I just missed them.
Wait, did he have like Rob with him and all them?
I didn't take pictures, but so I walk outside. We're waiting for our Uber, and I see two guys sitting on a bench, and they're both wearing McAfee jerseys, and they're like, we're talking to them and all this other stuff, and they're like, "Oh, so you guys are going to the world and you like meet superstars and stuff like that." I'm like, "Yeah, we love it." They're like, "Did you realize Pat McAfee and Michael Cole are in the lobby right now?" I was like, "You're joking me right now, right?" I go, "You don't understand how much Michael Cole means to me." I go, "Michael Cole, I remember when Michael Cole was a backstage announcer and he was interviewing The Rock, and The Rock threw a shirt on him,
A bag and everything.
or whatever, whatever it was.
Covers, yeah.
So, like, Michael Cole means a lot to me, and I know he doesn't do meet and greets. He doesn't even like being near people, really.
Yeah. He's a very private person.
So when I walked in, I looked in the revolving doors. And he was sitting. So there was like a U couch, like a couple couches in the U. Cole and all of McAfee's crew. So
He's got quite a few of them.
I think there were 5 or 6 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were around him. The
There's
guy,
the dude with
the guy with the cowboy hat was sitting next to Michael Cole. There was a guy with like longer hair sitting next to him.
That's the dude that's always smoking cigars.
And then there was another guy standing up, 2 other guys, and then Pat McAfee.
Half of them are former football players.
Yeah, Pat McAfee had his back to us. Pat McAfee was in the middle of discussing something. I think they were doing the Pat McAfee show from the world, actually. So they were talking when I went up to Michael Cole. Michael Cole was like, he was on a cell phone. That's why I was like, I went up to him. I was like, I felt like I was a little kid. I was like, Mr. Cole. I go, I'm so sorry to bug you, Mr. I'm a huge fan. Is there any possible way I can get an autograph? Like I sound just like that. And he gets up. He's like, absolutely. He's like, you are probably one of the first people that recognize me. And he goes, how long you been watching? I was like, your entire career? He goes, you been watching it long? I was like, yes. I remember your first WrestleMania back like 15, 18 years ago. I was like, I remember I think you had a film for JR or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, holy shit. He was like, I'd love to take a picture. And he took one with me and my sister. But McAfee, I wanted so bad, but like he was in the middle of talking. I was like, and he was like, do you want a picture with the rest? I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know them. I was like, I'm not familiar. I didn't want to be an asshole. I should have been like, yeah, I'll get a picture with Little Crew.
I am a huge Pat McAfee fan.
I really wish I took the fun to ask them all, but I just...
Dude, come on. McAfee is hands down probably the greatest special teams player in the NFL.
Again, no regrets. I wish I had the balls to have asked. But again, I was so nervous even asking Michael Cole that the last thing I wanted to do was like bring more attention. I didn't know what their schedule was, and I was like,
I don't want to bug them.
I don't want to bug them. And it was like Pat McAfee was like jumping up to like take a picture of me, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm disturbing you guys. I'm so sorry.
I'd give my left and right nut to meet Michael Cole and fucking Pat McAfee.
To meet Michael Cole, the GOAT, the number 1 ring announcer, I think that possibly was the best meet and greet.
And you got to meet the absolute GOAT legend referee.
Yeah, Charles Robinson.
Yeah.
And you got to meet Michael Cole. That's fucking...
I wouldn't have had anyone else ref that main event.
I got to meet that.
No, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Charles Robinson deserved that match.
I got to meet Sir Charles myself. I think we were there.
Yeah, I was there when we were to Glens Falls.
Yep. Well, that was a good show. For a house show, that was a good show.
But I think between meeting Bailey and meeting Michael Cole, and like being this close to Pat McAfee, seeing The Rock, seeing CM Punk, like whole spectacle. All I can say is WWE knows how to throw a fucking party.
Oh, I can imagine. Like, dude, like my highlight, like meeting like wrestlers, like cool moment besides Kofi Kingston was when I got to meet Rob Van Dam in 2010.
His dick.
Dude, he was awesome.
So,
when I met him.
After the Hall of okay, story real quick.
Did
Sorry.
you met him at the Hall of Fame, didn't
So
you?
after the Hall of Fame, we're waiting for our Uber, which fucking 3-hour Hall of Fame. I thought it was gonna be over by midnight. No, it was over 1 o'clock.
Fucking.
Which I'm glad Paul Heyman got his
first.
But so we're waiting, and RVD walks out with whatever her name is. She's fucking. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
she's smart.
Yeah, she has really nice eyes and a huge set of cat muscles. Anywho, and I walk up. I'm like, RVD, is there any way I can get a picture? He's like, nah, man, fuck that. I'm done with that shit. He's like, I'm waiting for an Uber. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I get it.
Man, my interaction with Rob Van Dam, I was this close to smoking a fucking blunt with him in Plattsburgh, and his agent was like, "Hey, Rob, we ain't got time. We got to go." I was back to fucking light it. He's like, "I'm sorry, man." He goes, "I got to go, but here's an autograph."
Again, I didn't take offense. He was probably baked off his mind.
Oh,
probably tired from the Hall of Fame. He's probably been doing WrestleCon all day.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking offense, but I just was like, have a little bit more class and just say, nah, man, I'm fucking done with that shit. Like, don't swear at me.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. But again, RVD.
I've been watching you since 1993. Jesus Christ.
I was in fucking 5th grade when I first heard of RVD.
When he was in Smoky fucking Mountain Wrestling working for Jim Cornette.
But again, I don't. I'm sure if I ever had a chance to meet RVD again. Oh, I also saw Tommy Dreamer walking around.
I met Tommy Dreamer.
And it was one of those things where he was taking pictures with a couple people real quick, and by the time I finally like recognized him and started going up, he was walking away and like.
When I met Tommy Dreamer, he was in his cocky, I'm rich because I'm working for TNA phase. And when he was in Plattsburgh, when they came up, he was like total full out heel Tommy Dreamer. Do you remember the little dwarf guy that used to come into Desperados all the time, glasses? Kind of looked like Peter Dinklage. Just chubby, just a little chubbier.
Great comparison.
Possibly.
Well, he was at the show. He wrestled Tommy Dreamer in a match. Tommy Dreamer put him over. But Tommy Dreamer, before the match, was like getting on the ropes saying, "Fuck, I'll wrestle any of you guys just because I'm rich." And I was like, "I'll fucking fight you, Tommy Dreamer." And then I was sitting next to the little dwarf guy that used to come to Desperado all the time. And they were like, Tommy Dreamer's like, "I want him." And I was like, "Of course you want the little guy, you bullshit."
Can I actually have one more Mountain Dew?
Yes, you can. Please. You can have as many as you want.
All right. I guess record the outro and
outro.
Thank you.
What a podcast. This is great.
This has been probably one of the best podcasts we have ever done.
It was exciting.
This has been awesome the whole time.
I've been like a kid all week waiting for this.
I've been like a kid all last weekend, so I understand.
This is like my WrestleMania right here.
Absolutely, hands down.
It was a pleasure to be here with you guys, and thank you for having me.
It was a privilege to have you.
We had 2 guests here today. Riley, thank you so much. John, thank you so much for being on. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, dude, it was great.
My pleasure. It's been fun. A lot of fun.
It's a 2.5 hour.
I've been waiting since Tuesday to start talking wrestling with people, and no one around me understands it. They don't understand the world.
And I got all of us here today to freaking talk about it.
And I love it.
What do you want to talk about?
Exactly.
Us at WTAF, we'll talk about anything you want.
Absolutely. Yeet. But no, we want to thank you guys so much for anybody who tuned in during the live stream and anyone who listens on Spotify. We appreciate you guys entirely.
We acknowledge you.
Hands down. As always, I am Cody.
I'm Richard.
And like I said, if you really want those butthole pictures, by all means, they're right down below.
I'm just eventually going to give in someday, but not today.
OnlyFans starting next week.
No.
All right, Ricky Snicky.
My California.
Which, by the way, if you guys have not watched Ricky Stenicki yet,
What is Ricky Stenicki?
Ricky Stenicki is the new John Cena movie.
I've heard
it also has Zac Efron in it.
I've seen commercials.
Ricky Stenicki is potentially one of the funniest movies I've seen in recent history.
Oh, I gotta watch it now. What's it on?
Amazon Prime.
I think I have Amazon still. I think I do.
But the premise of the movie is that they make these three guys as childhood friends make up this guy who basically they blame everything on. But no, he's just an imaginary person. And it goes, they have a what they call the Bible of all the stuff that Ricky Stenicki has done and what he's, and then he turns into this like world hunger feeder, world class citizen that goes and, you know, saves you people from Ebola and all this other shit. But it's all made up. Everything's made up. It's just ways for them to get out of things with their wives and family gatherings and stuff like that. So then they meet this guy played by John Cena, who's an actor. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys when you guys get to watch it.
Yeah.
They meet this guy, and he's basically just a drunk. They need to find an actor for this particular thing that they're doing. So John Cena becomes Ricky Stenicki, this guy that had been made up for these guys' entire lives.
Oh my God.
He adapts his life and everything like that just for one day. And I'll leave it at that.
That's perfect.
I'm hooked. You sold me.
And I'll be honest with you. Out of any actor, and I don't care that the oh my God, by the way, so during Raw, everyone was yelling Tooth Fairy to The Rock at one point. I don't know if it made it on TV or not. It was fucking hysterical. So again, I don't care if you gave me the game plan or the Tooth Fairy. John Cena might be the funniest of the WWE people who have gone to movies.
And it's crazy.
And Batista being the best that has gone over to movies.
That's fair.
And you know, and
With
it's
The Rock
funny
playing
too
Black
because John Cena used to be like the absolute drizzling shits as an actor. What? And then he turned. Dude, I'm a fan
He's
of
taking
John
chances.
Cena.
He's taking
again.
chances.
I haven't been a fan.
Dude,
of
he
John
walked out
Cena.
of the Oscars naked. Like,
yeah,
I
that
saw
takes
that.
a lot of fucking.
That's ballsy.
Yeah,
that's balls. But
he's taking chances.
Dude, I haven't liked John Cena in years. I started getting back on board with the C Nation again when he just came back and started hooking everybody on the microphone, and I was like, is this going to be the John Cena heel turn that we've been waiting for since he was the Doctor of Thugonomics?
Yeah.
Well, it came full circle with him taking out Solo and all that too, so that was fun.
Just the 10-year story that pretty much played out like a series of Marvel movies to end there at WrestleMania. Then to be like, oh, the 10-year hatred for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. It's like, wow, you bring
That's what
that
even touched
back
on.
into the fold, and it all makes sense. And it's like, wow, they've been really, if you think about it, been telling that story for a decade. Since
Roman finally gave Seth his chair shot.
And
that was
and Roman's hatred for Seth and the Shield falling apart is what cost him big on the biggest night of his career.
Yeah.
He took his eyes off the prize like Cody did last year.
Long-term storytelling. That's great. That's what happens when you get fucking somebody like Triple H at the fucking helm. You get great fucking TV.
And that's the problem. That was the problem before. It was like you'd have this great storyline, but then it would just end abruptly. And then you find out 3 weeks later that the person got fired. And you're like, what the hell just happened?
And it was all Vince.
9 times out of 10.
Because Vince had final say on everything, and now he's gone. Triple H's handcuffs are off, and he can fucking run the company the way it needs to be ran.
You know, and again, like I was saying before, like it's cliche and all that to say new era and all that sort of stuff, but like I was telling you before, like you really felt it this past weekend.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You could tell just
different atmosphere.
Well, when we met the superstars, for example, you could just tell by their demeanor by their attitude, by their just their aura.
Yeah.
That they were happy, they were excited, like they
Not walking
wanted
on
to be there.
eggshells behind
They
the
weren't
scenes.
miserable. They weren't like, oh, another meet and greet, fucking weird. Like
They were happy to be
they
there.
were actually, and even someone like Becky Lynch, who again running a 200 or 102-degree fever, all week long, and
Putting in work.
then all of a sudden now you have to meet 200 plus people in a meet and greet when you feel like shit.
Yeah, man.
By the way, I also, if I get sick, I'm blaming Becky Lynch.
Becky, he blames you. I don't know if we're live anymore, but he blames you.
Oh yeah, no, we're still live on Twitch. They get the behind scenes look at what we do around here.
They got it all.
But even she was outstanding to me, and like it was when my sister and I looked over and we're like, "What's that big box of her books doing there?" We're like, we didn't see the little plastic sheets that they were getting off everything else, and we were like,
Man down.
"Is she giving her a book?" And then we watched people walk off the stage. Everyone got like a signed copy of her book. It was all right on the inside flap. Becky Lynch Demand.
And a New York Times bestseller.
Number one. She made it number one.
One.
Fuck.
Number one with bullet. Becky
I'll tell you right now, I've only gotten to like maybe the second chapter. It's good. And I read a lot of wrestlers' books. I've read a lot. From Chris Jericho to Hulk Hogan to AJ Lee to The Rock. Like, I read a lot of WWE books, and this one might be one of the best ones I've read.
I got to get glasses before I can read.
Well, like I said, they got audio. If you have Spotify Premium, I think they have it on the audiobook on there. My sister showed me that.
I do,
but it's fun to read along.
Are we on
with
Spotify
her.
Premium?
Yeah,
we are on Spotify Premium.
It should be. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause we've been on Spotify this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Well, after
it'll be up.
It'll be on Spotify tomorrow.
But it's fun to like read along as she's reading the book. Like,
yeah,
and it's awesome, and she's hysterical. Like the way she words things and the way she.
How's that accent?
Sexy. I love the Irish accents. They're great.
I do too. Oh.
I think that's what drew me to Becky Lynch in the first place, and the Irish jig. The Irish jig definitely, I think, turned me on.
I just like Irish people altogether, just because I'm fucking.
How you doing?
I'm a third.
See, there you go.
Hey, look, I'm a little bit ginger.
I could probably fit in with the Finn Balor at some point. I could do a frog splash off the top rope for him.
I could see you. I'm rooting for you, big dog.
No, that probably no. I'd be throwing freaking croutons at fucking Jeff Hardy.
Listen, I've always said that if I won the lottery, I would pay the money to go to a wrestling school just to see what it feels like to take a bump, even at my age.
You die.
Probably, but I mean, it'll be money well spent. It'll be a good experience.
So back in 2014,
I mean, come on, I used to take bumps on fucking playground ground. That was rough.
Oh my god, I got a DDT right in my freaking head.
Back in 2014, I had an opportunity. I didn't take it because I didn't have the money. For $150, I could get to a table by Titus O'Neil.
I do it.
I wanted to, but I was like, that for $150, can you do it for free? And then
2014, that's probably around. Oh no, you hadn't started working at Despo's yet.
No, I was living in Florida.
Just started working at Despo's.
I was living in Tampa. That's the only reason that I knew about it.
I went through a table with fucking. That would have been great. I'm so happy for Despo's. I got to meet one of the coolest fucking people in the history of meeting cool people. And he's sitting right here on my podcast, fucking 8 years later.
Here we go. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Good times.
Well, thank anyone who watches the Twitch stream today. We appreciate you.
Thanks for dealing with our bullshit. We know we're a lot to handle.
We might see you guys later on for some golf gameplay.
Oh, dude, I'm
Let's do it.
You guys need to get on some 2K soon.
Fuck yeah.
I got to get the game, so I can get down. I got to wait though because I want to get the